all for being here on a Saturday evening. You could have done a lot of other things, but you're here means you want to be a web app developer. And we're going to tell all the things what it is required to be a web app developer. And after that, we're going to start with the HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. Yeah, we're going to do all these things. But I want to tell you one thing, and that thing is that HTML we're going to teach everything. Okay, and I'm going to take the HTML and I'm going to teach everything in HTML. Uh, let me check whether I'm live or not. I'm live, I think. Hello all. Okay. Yeah, I'm live on YouTube also. Okay, so HTML, I'm going to teach everything. HTML is very easy to be taught in 1 hour because HTML should not take more than 1 hour. But the problem is that we cannot teach CSS and JavaScript in 1 hour. So we're going to only touch the surface. We're going to touch the surface, but don't worry, we have a whole, like, I will show you, like, every month we have a whole week of CSS training, JavaScript training, and there is something known as React.js. What is React.js? I'm going to tell what is React.js because a lot of people were having the confusion that what is React.js and what are the things, what path I should take. And some people are talking about Python also and all those things. So I'm going to resolve all those queries also. Maybe if you have something, you can ask it. Because by 3:30 we have to start, before 3:30 maybe we have to start the HTML. Okay, because we don't have time. The 3 hour is not enough. Okay, so we have to start the HTML. And before that, I will tell all the path, because see, HTML is a JavaScript. You can find it at almost every channel on the internet. But what path you have to take and all those things, that I have to teach you. And trust me, a lot of people have taken the path which we have told, and they're doing great. They're doing great, and they're learning on their own and doing great and all those things. Okay, and this is a certification code. Yes, we are going to give you certification, participant certificate. Whoever attended, they will get a participant certificate. And how they will get the participant certificate and all those things will also be told, and how many time the attendance will be taken. Yeah, we will take the attendance, and that attendance will be taken on the live chat. Okay, so those things we are going to tell. One sec. And CSS and JavaScript will be taken by the other teachers of TWD, and that is Mosam and Hari. Okay, so one sec. Let me do one thing. Let me also see it on the uh, YouTube. Okay, so because the thing is that most of you will also ask something. One sec. Okay, so let me also share my screen now. Let me share my screen. Hi, Jerry Shaila. Hi. Okay, so let me share my screen, and I'm also live on LinkedIn. Okay, so if someone is watching on LinkedIn, you can come and watch it on our YouTube. YouTube is the main channel. So you see this, I'm on LinkedIn and I'm live there, and I'm going to tell a lot of things. Okay. Hello, Subramaniam and all. Hello, and let me tell a bit about me, because I was not there in the chat and all. You might have been communicated with Mosam, Abdul. They're all part of TWD. Okay, TWD is the web dev, the YouTube channel on which you're watching it. That is TWD, and I established it around 1 year back. Okay. Hi, Subramaniam C. Hi, Abhishek. Your name is quite confusing. Okay, that's okay. Okay, so that is there, and let's get started. So this is about me. Let me first tell a bit about me. So this is me, and my name is Navin Nubisar. I have a lot of people on LinkedIn, and that is a benefit which I'm going to give you all also. How you are going to give the benefit? I'm going to tell that thing. Okay, so I'm a corporate trainer. Corporate trainer means the people who trains in corporate. So I train in corporate, like I teach people, freshers, mainly the freshers, but just out of college, because in India no fresher is employable. That is a harsh truth. Not only in India, I teach students from US also. In US also nobody is employable, because colleges are at least 10 to 15 years behind the syllabus, because they don't know what is running right now. So what is working in the industry, or if that would not be happen, I would still be doing my software engineering jobs. Yes, I previous 1 year only I had become a corporate trainer, because that before that I was holding a very high position, like I was an associate architect. Like I was not a manager or something, I was an associate architect, which is like a top of a technical position. And I have spent my 16 years in metros like Mumbai, Bangalore, and all those things. And this is my last position. I worked in almost all big companies on the planet, like Oracle, JP Morgan, and all those things. I worked. Okay, 16 years. Still, I'm not out of the IT industry, because right now I'm a corporate trainer also, and have my own batches also. TW have its own batches also. I do take physical corporate training. I do take online corporate training, and every time some corporate training is going on and on, and I take in top 10 service company, and definitely I cannot tell the name. So those things I do. Okay, so that is there. And everybody knows Akash Saini. How I won't know Akash Saini, but I don't know him personally. So Akash Saini, who what he knows doesn't know, and he left his job recently, and he is there. Okay, yeah, everybody knows Akash Saini. We all means not on the personal basis, just like you. Everybody knows. Okay, so that is there, and I teach both freshers and experienced candidate web development, and I provide career guidance. Okay, because and past 1 year and 2 months, yeah, it's 1 year and 2 months. Okay, LinkedIn is telling right. I am based out of my hometown of Bhopal, and here I conduct physical batches also. Yeah, I conduct physical batches also because a lot of people who learn love to learn in the physical batch. So I am here for the past 1 years, and before that I was in metros. Like this was my last job. And YouTube, I'm doing YouTube for a long time. Okay, so YouTube is also there, and I am a technical author also. If you go to my LinkedIn profile, like later on, maybe right now it is showing that some live is going on. So go to my LinkedIn profile later on, you'll find that I have written some technical books also, and that are published by the top publisher in the world. Okay, so that is there. And I have worked in minds and all. So why I'm telling this is because you should know from whom you are learning. Like someone is telling about Akash Saini. Akash Saini has a lot of creditability because he have worked. I think I don't remember which company he have worked last. Maybe he have worked last in Uber. Okay, so like that. So I have also like IBM and all these things. And all of us people like Akash and me or someone else, we could have done our job. We could have sit there and done our job. In fact, when I was leaving my job, I was having a full-time offer in Germany. Full-time offer in Germany. Like there were talks going on in Google. Google had approached me. I had Microsoft was always approaching. Microsoft will always approach you. If you even if you get a bit, then Microsoft will always approach you. I have given an interview in Uber and all, but that was not my passion. My passion was teaching people. So that was my passion. That's why I come to this. That's why I created my own ad tech. That's why I became a corporate trainer. That is my passion. Until this year, I have trained around me and my team. Like I have trained mainly. I have only because the trainers are quite new, and 200 people. 200 people have trained, and through YouTube, if you can't, it is more than 5,000. Okay, personal level, I have teach more than 200 people in the past 1 year, and everybody has got a job. Some through corporate, some through personal. So like that it is there. So this is like about me, and this is a company. It's a fully registered company, and we pay our GST on time. So you'll get the certificate. The certificate which you'll get, it will be a proper certificate. It is not like anything. Like we are not like anything. We are a registered company. The webdate, we are registered in Bangalore, although I am located in Bhopal. So because I started from there, so it is like that. Okay. So and one more thing, let me do. A lot of people are here because they want I think a certificate. Yeah, you'll get a very nice certificate, and I will tell you, you'll not only get a certificate, you'll get something more also. Okay, so how you'll get the certificate? This is something known as Google form. I didn't create it, but Google created it. So please don't tell that it is wrong, because a lot of you are going to come back. I know that thing. So this I am going to send you. This I'm going to send you, and not right now. There will be two attendances. One will be sent at around 3:30, and the second one will be sent around the ending. Okay, so that I will send, and you have to fill the attendance form. Okay, fill the attendance form, and we'll get every result in a Excel sheet and all those things. So generally on an average, 70 to 80 people, or yeah, 60 to 70 people generally attend our workshops. So they will all get the certificate, and it takes some time to prepare that certificate, because we have to check also a lot of things. And we generally give it by Sunday evening, so please don't ask before that. And because we have to check this also, because see, we are giving too much, so much, and every Saturday we are doing this, so all of this cost means we are not asking you for a money or something. Okay, no, we are not asking you for anything. Just there are two mandatory requirements which is must, because we check those mandatory requirements. One is to subscribe to our YouTube channel, one is to follow us on Instagram. See, I'm a big on Instagram also. I don't post like this like crazy videos and all. I post something related to your career only. So the career guidance is there on Instagram also. So these two we need it. So email, you give it, and this email should be valid. This email, because we are going to send you a not a physical copy, but a email copy, like a PDF. We are going to send you on your email address. This is the email on which we are going to send. then you have to give your name. Some people come back to us and they say, okay, so I have given the name wrong. No, you have to give the name right, because that's like a lot of backend processes there. If you again ask us, okay, so my name is wrong, so please give your right name, which is there in your certificate, which is there in your 10th certificate, 12th certificate, whatever you like, you tell in the industry. So what a certificate you want, please give that name, and then you give the YouTube username by which you are subscribed to a channel, and we are going to check this thing. That's why it takes some time. Instagram ID also we are going to check it if you are subscribed or not, and then you do the current role. And please don't tell you don't have Instagram ID. A lot of people mention that I don't have Instagram ID. Then how did you saw our ad? See, nobody uses Facebook nowadays. A lot of you are coming from our ad, so you might have seen it on the Instagram. That's why you're coming here. Okay, so that is there. So your current role you have to give, so whatever is that, non-production and all those things. And then LinkedIn profile. Why I'm asking the LinkedIn profile, I will tell that. If you don't have a LinkedIn profile, make sure I don't have a LinkedIn profile. Okay, but I will come back to that. Okay, so that is about the different things which you are going to do. Then the thing is that what is required right now to be a web app developer, and we help you to become a web app developer. Okay, if you go to our channel also, our YouTube channel also, you'll see that okay, if I go to my YouTube channel, so please do subscribe if you're not done it yet. So the web dev, I will go see live stream classes to make you a highly paid web app developer. But what is web app developer? Must have heard what is website developer, but what is web app developer exactly? So what is web app developer? Web app developer are the people, all the tabs which are opened here, all the tabs which are opened here, like this YouTube is opened here, and then this Google form is opened here, then this is opened here, tool, this is a tool, then LinkedIn is open here. What are they? Are they a website? If they're a website, then why do Google pay their means engineers like 1 crore rupees salary? I'm talking of the salary. Like the starting salary of a Google engineer is 1 CR. The starting salary of a LinkedIn front end engineer is like 70 lakhs. Starting salary of maybe this company, it will be also like that. Okay. So why they're paying them that much? This is a simple website. I can go there and create it. Why I'm getting paid that much? Because the world have moved to web app like 12 years back. So when Facebook was launched, earlier what used to happen, there used to be a, say I'm using a Mac, but even if you're using a Windows, there used to be a lot of desktop app. What are desktop app? We're soon going to use something known as VS Code. That is a desktop app. Like that is something in Windows, those exe file used to come. You have to double click on it, and it used to open. So 12 years back, everything used to be that. Now everything is web app. Even the enterprise products, which the general public never sees. I worked on a lot of enterprise product. I worked on a product in which we had to create something like a Uber, something like a Uber for an enterprise, very big enterprise, and that they used to wanted to use internally. So those kind of things are also created using this, like web apps or mobile app. Even mobile apps are not work that much. So how we create those things? How we create those things? If everything is a web app, if Google is a web app, if YouTube is a web app, if this is a web app, this is what Google Form is a web app, this is a web app, LinkedIn is a web app, and like the people are paid in, literally they're paid in gold. You, if you weight them, whatever the weight is, they will be paid in that gold. Paid in gold means that, literally that means that they are literally paid in gold. People who is paid 1 crore rupees, literally he's paid in gold. Okay, if he's 70 kilo, like 70 kilo gold, if you took, it is that much only. Okay, so that is like that. So why they're paid in gold? Because it is not that easy. And other thing is that a lot of this job, you might be thinking, okay, a lot of these jobs are in Java. No, a lot of these jobs, yeah, Java is there, a lot of this job is in Java. But when you go to YouTube, do you see Java? What, you know, what is YouTube made in? YouTube is made in something known as Angular, and that Angular is something which is a JavaScript framework. So someone was asking, why not Java in one of the group? Why not Java? Why not Python? Python is used nowhere. Maybe the Google backend is Java. But what happens in a real project? Suppose there are 100 software developers working in YouTube. Maybe there are more than that. 70 of them will be working on the front end, because the front end is which I'm interacting with. I'm going to the home, I'm going to the shots and all these things. Front end engineers are more than the back end engineers. So front end of YouTube is made in something known as Angular, because uh, Google did Angular. But I don't tell you to do Angular. I tell you to do something else, and that is I tell you to do HTML, CSS, JavaScript. These three things are the fundamentals which you have to do. These three things are fundamental. And combining these three things, there is a JavaScript library, small JavaScript library known as React.js. I tell people to do React.js. Why? Why? I'm telling that okay, YouTube is in Angular. Every Google product out there is in Angular. So why I'm telling to learn something else like React.js and all? I'm telling to learn React.js because except Google, everything on this planet right now, planet Earth right now, they uses React in the front end, because Google created Angular is nowadays not that popular. And except Google, there are also a lot of other companies, but it is like that, if there are 10 jobs, 7 jobs are in React.js, 10 front-end engineer jobs, 7 jobs in React.js, 2 in Angular, and 1 is Vue.js. Is another thing. Please don't learn that thing, because all these three things are backed up by three big giants. React is backed up by Facebook. Okay, and Angular is backed up by Google. I know Google is bigger than Facebook, and Vue.js is backed by Alibaba, and Alibaba is, of course, it is smaller than Facebook and Google, and it is not also that popular. So React.js is like much more simpler than Angular, and that's why it is loved in startups also. So even if you have 5 6 projects of React.js in your projects, you will get a job in a startup very easily. And if a lot of you are not from the IT background, it is much more easier to get a job through React.js, because most probably the harsh truth is that no service company in India will touch you if you first, if you have a gap of more than 2 3 years. Second, if you are not from computer science, be computers or be electronics. If you're mechanical engineer, no. If you're something else, nothing. No service company will touch you. What are service companies? Infosys, TCS, and all those things are service companies. They will not touch you. But startups will be, they will like, if you know this thing, they will hire you. Definitely. And in future, those companies will also hire you. Not as a fresher, but in future, those companies can hire you. But once you get into startup and you start getting the salary, you will not go back to those companies. So that is there. After you have experience, everybody will hire you. Okay, so first you should go to startups and all. So that is what you should do. Okay, so now this four technology, only this four technology, don't see anywhere outside. Like, if you want to ask me later on, like, what is why I should not learn PHP? No PHP, no Python, no Java. If you want competition, then learn Java. If you want to learn some backend language, please add Node.js to it. Node.js is, again, it is simple, very simple, and JavaScript, and it is used by 70% of the companies. Because see, the big companies uses Java. I know that thing. Big companies uses Java. YouTube uses Java, and your Google Form uses Java. But until you become big like Flipkart level and up, YouTube is more than Flipkart level. Backend, everybody uses Node.js. It is the second fastest language. Okay, after Java, because of multi-threading, it is very very fast, super fast. But it is the second fastest. So even if some startup you'll go, you'll see Node.js. And yesterday, someday back, I had gone to a startup. Their whole stack is in one stack, and they had built a very good product. Okay, it's very very good product, very good product. Mun is always the better thing to learn. Okay, so please learn Mun. But if you have capacity, learn mean also. Only A is changing Angular. I know both of them. Okay, but I will always say Mun is better. Okay, Mun is better. Okay, please do learn that. Okay, so that is there. And now I will tell you 3 secrets, and after that I will give the attendance form. Then we'll start with HTML. Okay, this is the last thing which I'm going to do, and I will tell a lot of people. Lot of you have taken my advice, and earlier people, and I'm very happy for that. So there are 3 secrets to become a web app developer, especially if you're from a non-IT background. If you have a gap, you're a mechanical engineer or anything else. It doesn't matter. Only hard work matters. So this is there. So the 3 secrets are like networking. You should do networking. Networking is, because of networking I am here. Okay, so all these things I'm before you, because of networking. Because if you go to my network, if you go to my network, so I don't know about you, Sagar, how many days you can complete a month full stack. It depends upon person to person. Generally, it takes 3 months. If you are from an IT background, it will take 6 months. It can take 2 years also. I know a person who in 2 years cannot learn HTML. Sorry to say that, but people are like that. So in 2 years he's not able to learn HTML only, which generally should not take more than 1 week. So it depends on the person. I cannot say how much it will take you. If you have a mentor, it can be quicker, but if you are doing on your own, there are a lot of distraction in India especially. Okay, so I don't know how much distraction it will take. Generally for computer science backgrounds people it takes 3 months, non-computer science background people it takes 6 months. That is the average I'm talking, but everybody is different. If somebody is not working and they are doing full time, they can do it in like a no person who is not from computer science background, they can do it also in 3 months. So months, like, it's not very difficult. Node.js is very simple. The main problem is the React.js there. Node.js is very simple. Okay, so that is there. So the thing is that I'm telling that I have 23,000 connection. 23,000. Okay, it is going to around 24,000. Maybe I have not seen it. 24,000 connection. Okay, because of that I got a lot of opportunities. So it doesn't mean that you should have 23,000 connection, because it took me 4 years to create that thing. So you should do networking on LinkedIn, Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. So whoever is our student, either paid, we have a lot of paid students also. So paid students, non-paid students also, I tell them this: please build a solid presence on LinkedIn, Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. I was seeing that they one ad from another very good school known as a Masai school. Okay, so all of you might have heard about it. They were also telling that they help you to create a LinkedIn presence. Why they are telling that? Why I also tell that? Why most of my paid students, they get job even before they complete the course, because we get behind them. See, I can only tell you, all of you who are our paid students, we get behind them, and we make them sure that they have a good presence on LinkedIn. LinkedIn is the best thing. Facebook group and Instagram is okay. If you grow a bit, you can do it. But LinkedIn is the main thing. So if you come here and if you go to my one of my student, like Bhargava. Okay, his name is Bhargava. He's from Hyderabad, but he was also in one of this workshops like this, and he liked us so much that he came to Bhopal, and he lives in a PG near me, and he is doing a physical batch. He's coming in the physical batch. We take physical batch also in but only in Bhopal, and he's like, now he's completing his physical batch. So this is his profile. See, after going through us and all, so he started updating everything, and he's a mechanical engineer, and his followers are 840. It was literally zero before he met me. It was zero. And what it does, what I we make our student do, is to code in public. There is something known as code in public. You can search that thing, you'll find it. And you can go to his post, you'll see that he's doing these projects, and he's uploading these videos, so that the recruiters can see there are 11 people who like this thing. 11 people who like this thing. And also I retagged him. I retagged him Great Going Bhargava. So it means that he will reach to my 27,000 people. Okay. And he has already, he's not even completed React, and he has already given one interview. He has already given one React interview in Bhopal here. So that is for a very cool startup. Okay. So that is there. So it is like that. Even when he didn't even did this React. So he created this awesome API thing and all. So this is how you get jobs. So this is not only the one thing he had done. He had done all these things. This is how you get job. And there is another thing which I want to say a lot of other people are doing, which I always say, which is like daily action. You have to code daily 2 hours. That is that you have to do. That is not negotiable. Why only 2 hours I mentioned? Because most of you might be in a job, so you cannot code 12 hours daily. If you can code, that will be much better, but minimum 2 hours. And there is another thing. There is a challenge known as 100 days of code channel. The thing is that I always tell people to participate in this 100 days of code channel. Please find out what it is. And some of the people have taken that thing, and I think uh, uh, some people were tagging me also, I think. Okay, so people started. Okay, tagging. Okay, so now I think Diwali is tomorrow, is Diwali and all. So people are not tagging that much. Okay. Okay, yeah, this guy, I think. No, this guy's not. Oh, he's also like he created something and he tagged me. I like it. Okay. So that is like this. So people tag me. Whoever knows me, they tag me. Like you can tag me at the rate, and I will, when I get time or something, I will do it. So that is how I will also help you in a journey. So that's why I required your LinkedIn also. LinkedIn, if you have it. And those whoever will get the certificate, I will promote them on my LinkedIn on Monday. So how I will promote it, I will also tell that thing. If you are going to get the certificate, I'm going to promote you big time so that you can get to reach all the recruiters. See, when I told you that I was approached by Google and all, I'm in their directory. I'm in Google directory. I'm in Microsoft directory. I'm connected to almost every big startups out there because I do so much this thing that I'm connected to them. Okay, okay, and that is there. And so like this, yeah, like this, we are going to promote you. We took this thing. We are going to tag whoever get it. Okay, we are going to tag whoever get it, and that is there. And so now let me do one thing. Mm, let me give you all the first attendance. Please fill this attendance. Without this, you will not get the certificate. Attendance 1 and attendance 2 also you need to fill. Attendance 2 you need to fill towards the end. We are going to give. Okay, so copy this and maybe I'll this. Okay, I'll give it here. Attendance 1 like this. Attendance 1. Okay, let me give me on LinkedIn also because that LinkedIn doesn't go. So some of you might be watching it on LinkedIn. Attendance 1, paste it, like it. Okay, so LinkedIn I'll not come anymore. Okay, so that is there. And okay, so I've given the first attendance. The second attendance will be given later on towards the end. Okay, so now we are going to start with HTML. So we are okay, we are starting with HTML now. Starting with HTML now. So that is there. Okay, so yeah, so we'll start. So HTML, and HTML stands for hypertext markup language. And if you're from non-IT background, don't worry, we are going to start with the exact beginning. Exact beginning. Not getting Lino. Lino means what? Okay, so not getting Lino. I don't know what is Lino means. Okay, okay, Jerish, I am not understanding what does Lino means. Okay, so that is there. One sec. Did I did something wrong in the Google form? So I've not seen anyone filling the attendance attendance link. Attendance link was sent, I think. Okay, let me one sec. I don't know why attendance link didn't got there, but I will send it. Set it on YouTube also. Okay. Yeah. One sec. I don't know why it didn't came here. Attendance one. I think you might have got it right now. Okay, I don't know why. Means it should have come. I was giving it from somewhere else, but it was showing me that it came. Okay, no problem. You might have got it. The attendance link. Please fill this attendance link. So please fill it. So you can fill it from. Okay, I did post it. Just I posted. Okay, please. I posted it from my system actually. Okay, so I didn't knew why it didn't got. And also tag it. Okay, sorry for that. I don't know why I didn't got. So you might have got it. Okay, so let's get started with HTML. Hope you all have started filling it. Okay, so that is there. So we are going to start with HTML now. So HTML is this hypertext markup language, and it is what gives the structure to a site. What give the structure to the site? Okay, it is above only uh, Suman Chandru when he have talked. I think three chat above the attendance one is there. Google Form link. Okay, so please find it. It is there. Only two step above it. Okay, so it is there. Please do fill it, and yeah, I'm seeing people filling it. Okay, so HTML is there. So HTML stands for Hypertext Markup Language. This is how what gives the structure, and it all started in 1993 when internet started. Okay, with internet, the HTML and CSS was the first thing which came out. JavaScript came out later on, okay, in 1995. 2 years after that, it came out. Okay, so that is there. And earlier, what used to happen when in around the means during the earlier part, people used to code HTML in like mostly like Notepad. I have seen people coding in. There was a in Windows. There was an application known as Notepad plus plus. So people used to code in that a lot. But nowadays, please don't code in that. And at that time, what used to happen? There were code editors. Those code editors were very very costly, and there was nothing like open source. Nowadays, everything is open source, free to use. Earlier, there was a code editor known as Visual Studio, which was like charged. Even if you get the pirated one, which people used to get, it was like not worth it. And the other thing was that they were very very heavy code editors, and because at that time Java was the language, so those code editors used to support Java, and it was like very heavy code editors. Even a normal system in those days cannot take it, but nowadays there is a code editor known as VS Code. Again, this is a Microsoft only, and this is not Visual Studio. This is known as Visual Studio Code. It's a totally free to use code editor, and we go here. You can download it. I'm seeing for Mac. You'll get it for Windows. And how we do it in Windows, I have a video on that. If you are getting some issues in downloading and installing it in Windows, you can see a video on I have a Windows setup also. So you can see that how I did the setup on the Windows system, and it is very easy to install. Like earlier, we used to install a lot of desktop application. This is also desktop application. Once it get loaded, it will like in Windows, it will show some shortcut and all those things are there, and it will open something like this. Okay, something like this. It will open. Let me take it this way, and it will open like this. Okay, open. It will open like this. And now you have to create a folder here. So what is the best way to create a folder? And then we are going to code it here. And trust me, nowadays Visual Studio Code is so lightweight. Like one of my student, he was having an old laptop, like i3 fourth generation, 4 GB of RAM, and it was running fine in that also. So that is like that. Okay. So now how to open a code in that? I have actually created one folder in my desktop. So I'll go to my desktop. This October 22 workshop I've created, and inside I'll go, and inside I'll create a new folder, which is a HTML. Let me say only HTML. So I've written it HTML. So now what I'm going to do, I'm going to click it, drag it, and put it here. Visual Studio Code. I'll put it. Okay. So this HTML will be like this. It will be open. Okay. So now inside this, I'm going to create a file, and which is a I'll click here and create a file known as index.html. Why index.html I am creating? Because every file have an extension, like jpg file have an extension, the images file I'm talking xls file have an extension. So like this html file, every coding file also have extension. html means html file. Okay, dot css means css file, dot js means javascript file. So they are like that. HTML have created. Okay, so now what I need to do, I need to write some code here. So why we're using VS Code? Why we are not using something like Notepad plus plus? For a reason, because VS Code comes with a lot of features, and plus it is very lightweight. And once you are a developer, you go to any company, nobody codes in Notepad plus plus. Everybody codes in VS Code. How do I reach your Insta account and all? So you go to the attendance link. Then in the attendance link, my Insta account is there. Okay, so see this attendance link. When you will see this mandatory requirement, this Instagram account is there, so you can see that. Okay, if someone is asking, let me give also Instagram. Okay, Okay. Okay. So I've given this. Okay. So that is there. So this index.html I have done. So all the HTML documents have some basic structure. So how to give the basic structure? I'll give a not. I'll give a not I'll give, and then press the tab, not, and then the press the tab. It will give me something which is known as a HTML structure. It is a structure, and I have clicked this thing. Those don't know, I have clicked this thing to make it small so that I can see this whole. I click this thing. So this is the basic structure of an HTML. What is the basic structure of an HTML? I'll go through all of this. And as HTML, you don't have to learn a lot about this tag, this basic structure, but a bit of it is required. Okay, so first thing is this doctype HTML. Doctype HTML, doctype HTML. What does this doctype HTML means? Doctype HTML means this is HTML version 5. Version 5. HTML is governed by a committee known as W3C committee, and this W3C committee sits in the US because they invented the internet. They invented everything. They only invent everything. Okay, so that is the in internet they invent everything. Okay, so that is there, and so that's good. Attendance you're registered, so no need to tell that thing because a lot of people have registered that, and that is good. I got around 14 responses. Please, all of you, but there were 16 people and not. So even if you're watching from LinkedIn, please do fill it, and please do fill the attendance. Okay, just I'll tell that. Yeah, yeah, I know you have filled the first attendance. The second attendance will be given towards the end, and you have to fill both of the attendance. Okay, to get the certificate. Okay, so that is there. So this let's continue now. So this Dr. HTML says that it is HTML version 5. HTML version 5 it is there. Before that HTML version 1 to 3 where that in which we have to do something else. And these HTML tags are like this, greater than, lesser than sign. Most of the HTML tags have a starting and have an ending. See this HTML lang English, it has a starting and it has an ending. Okay, and lang English means English will be there. And HTML tag have two things. One is the head, one is the body, head and body. Okay, so head contains some of the thing, but main code is always written in the body. So what does head contains? So head contains something known as meta. Meta is not Facebook, by the way. Okay, so meta is here. Meta is not Google, but it is a bit related to Google. I will tell how. And this title is, the title is something which you are seeing here. We're soon going to open this thing. Okay, so title I will write like what I will write. Title I will write HTML only. Okay, I'll write learn HTML. Maybe like this. Okay, so and you'll see that whatever you see here, that will come in the title. But what is this meta and how it is related to Google? So all of you might have learned heard about something known as digital marketing or SEO. If you're not living under a rock, you might have heard about that thing. That is the second best way to get a job right now. Development combined with digital marketing are the biggest job creator on this planet right now, and it will be like that for the future also. Especially development will not go anywhere, even marketing will not go, digital marketing will not go anywhere. So why digital marketing is because, see, suppose a startup is there. How do I know that the startup is there? I know that the startup is there with the SEO of the site, search engine optimization. With the search engine optimization, I will know that the uh, site is there. So search engine optimization, this meta tag, I cannot say much about the meta tag because I also don't know it. This is not my domain, this is a domain of a digital marketer, and they like play with meta tag. And what they play with meta tag, they give something known as the keywords. They give something known as keywords in the meta tag. So what keyword they give? They give keywords like maybe this Visual Studio Code is there. Okay, so they like, if Microsoft digital marketing team, this is a Microsoft product, is really good, then what will happen? If I search in Google free code editor, then the first one is Visual Studio Code, then the Visual Studio site is also coming. So this is what the meta tag does. Okay, there is a keyword thing also here which comes, in which you have to give a lot of like free things like free code editor, like the digital marketing team will get free code editor, comma, open source code editor, lightweight code editor, and everything will point to Visual Studio Code. So that is known as digital marketing. So that is digital marketing. That is not our domain. That is a different domain. And that is giving in the meta tag. Okay, so that is it. Then title we see. But what the developer do? The developer mainly work in the body. They work in head tag also. Title, like there are some other things also there which we are going to see. So body, mainly body, and HTML is all about learning what different tags. But please don't spend like 2 years learning HTML. I have a person who has spent the 2 years learning HTML. 2 years, you can not learn only the months tag and all. You can learn every language in this planet. Like if you learn really well, 2 years, like you can do Mon, you can do Java, you can do .NET, you can do everything out there. Mon stack means MongoDB, Express, React, Node.js, HTML, CSS, JavaScript, everything. HTML, you should not uh, spend more than 1 week. If you want to spend something, if you want to spend 1 year, if you're crazy in spending 1 year, spend that much year in CSS. CSS is actually something which takes a bit of practice to be very good. But that also I will tell that learn during the job. Everything you should learn during the job. Not like that I will practice, practice, practice. I'll be perfect. Then that perfection will never come. Even I am not perfect. But I have worked in all the big companies on this planet because I was not perfect. I just used to learn on the job. That is how development is done. Okay, so that is there. So in the body, I have to give, like it is all about tags. So h1 is there. Okay, h1 is there. H1 is a tags, heading tag. Okay, so I will write HTML crash course, HTML crash course, and then there is something known as p tag. P tag is there, and p tag is known as the paragraph tag. I will come here and I'll copy something. Maybe I will copy this thing. I'll copy it and I will put it here, p tag, and I will save it. Now where do I see it? H1 and p tag. H1 is known as heading tag and p is known as paragraph tag. Where do I see it? Okay, so I have to go back here and see this. I will go and HTML. I will go, and this index of HTML is there. If I double click on it, it will open in Safari, which is the default browser of a Mac. I don't like it. Nobody likes it, and everybody loves Chrome. Maybe in your Windows machine you will have a Chrome, but I will right click and open with Chrome because my I'm working on Chrome. So Chrome, it will open and it will, like I will open close this thing. So this is the site which we are creating. See, this title is showing here. HTML crash course is a big H1. It is showing here, and the paragraph is showing here, and the paragraph is showing here. So this is how it is there. But there's one more thing out there which we are going to do, and that thing is that we are not going to work it like this. There is an issue here. So suppose I want to give another paragraph. Oh, I just closed the VS Code site. Should I open it again? No. Most of the time, what happens? The developers, they don't like write anything. That is anyway, that is copyrighted. There is something known as lorem ipsum. Lorem ipsum is a very old kind of text. It is actually, lorem ipsum was created in 200 years back when printing press was just invented. They want to see what will come in the press, and they used to put some dummy text. It is not a real text, but it looks like a real text. When a human eye sees it, looks like a real text. There's a lot of like science behind this thing. Okay, so that is there. We don't have to understand that thing. There is a lot of some generator. You can generate those texts, but in fact, you don't even need those things. VS Code comes inbuilt with lorem ipsum generator. That's why I love VS Code. Everybody nowadays use VS Code only. So you'll go here, and then I will write even this paragraph. See, one thing I will show. I'll do a P and I will press a tab. It will complete the thing. Paragraph. Okay, and then I'll write a lorem, and then I will press the tab, and it will write my lorem ipsum text. I'll save it, but I've saved it. It is not showing anywhere. Why it is not showing anywhere? So whenever I write something in the code editor, and this is the developer sees, and this is the end user sees. Now you're a developer. This is the end user who is seeing this website will see. I will refresh this thing. Then it will show this thing. So it means every time I have to come here, I have to refresh something. Then only I'm going to get it. I don't like it. So there is in VS Code, there are a lot of small programs, small programs which are created by open source developer who have time and we are very good. Okay, small program, and they are also free to use. Most of them are. So live, there is something. You come here. You have come to which tab? I have come to this tab, and I have something served live. Only live you search. You see the first one, live server by someone known as Ritvik Day. It is more than 1, 2, 3, It is more than 2 crore downloads. What in American you tell? I don't remember, and I think it is. I think 26 million, something like that. I might be wrong. Okay, 2.6 crores it is there. Okay, so it is a lot. It is a very good extension. Why it is a very good extension? I will say I'll see this disable and install. You will see something like install, and it is very easy to install. Just you click on install, it will install. Okay, no other thing you have to do. Now I'll go back here in the index.html. I will now either I will click on this go live. You'll see this go live, which is here, or I will open with live server. I'll do. Unfortunately, it will open it in Safari. I don't like it. So I'll copy these things. It opened somewhere, and I'll open it here. Okay, like this, I'll open it. So it is like showing like this. Okay, and it will show this also. So what is the benefit of it? And it is showing some weird looking URL. It's okay, don't touch it. It's a localhost. It's known as localhost. So what has happened? If I come here and I will like delete this thing. See, the file is not saved, so it is showing like this. I will save it with Control S. I will save it. The moment I saved it, my mouse was here. I didn't press anything also. This browser got auto refreshed. Auto refreshed. This browser got auto refreshed. And now what will happen? Like it got auto refreshed. And now it is done. But if I go back here, it's not it auto refresh. It's just showing. It means I have to do this refresh. So we're not going to use like this. We're going to use it in the live server so that I don't have to auto refresh every time. So that is there. And as I've told, HTML is all about learning about different tags. So the first we have seen already 2 tags, okay, H1 and P. So we're going to see those tags only. So, okay, so the H1 tags, like the H1 tags, there are other tags also like H1. Like H1 is known as heading tag. Heading tag. There are actually 6 heading tags. So let me do it. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Other tag is known as H2. So if you go to any site, you might have seen there is a main header, that is a subheader like this. So they are done with tags only like this: H1, H2, H3, H4, H5, until H6. It is there. I will save it. See, I will see this H1, H2, H3, H4, H5, H6. I'll see till that. So that is like that. Okay, and then this paragraph. Let me have one more paragraph here, and let me have a lorem and save it. So this is also like this. Okay, there's one more thing here. This kind of tags, actually 70% of the tags are known as block level element, and 30% of tags are inline element. What are inline element? We have not seen any inline element or inline tag. We are going to see it soon. What are these block level elements? See, this HTML crash course is there, first one. Second one could have also come in the same line. Third, fourth, fifth, sixth, they all could have come in the same line, but they're coming in different lines. And similar to this paragraph could have started from here, but it is coming different line. So in block level element, what happens? There is a space between both of them and a gap. This is automatically done by the browser. They are known as block level element. Okay. And before going to the next thing, what I'm going to do here, I'm going to here go and do something like a heading tag. I'm going to show one more thing, heading tag, and this is paragraph LPH tag, heading tag and paragraph tag. I will select it all and do a control backslash. Here also I'll do a control backslash. And what is this thing? This thing is actually known as comments. Yeah, comments. They are known as comments. So what are these comments? Comments are something which are for the developers. See, even if I refresh it, although it was auto refresh because I saved it, even if I refresh it, it will not be shown here. So they are known as comments. They're known as comments. Okay. So someone is saying something. Okay, so they are known as comments, and they're for the developer or for someone who sees this code later on. So the comments are very important for the developer, from one developer to another developer, or for your reference. Like if I see this code, okay, I will understand. Okay, this is a heading tag, this is paragraph tag. So that is like that, heading tag and paragraph tag. So now the next tag which we are going to learn is the link tag. Okay, link tag. So let me do link tag or anchor tag. They're also known as anchor tag. Link tag, again commented, and link tag are taken by A. Again, I'll do A and press the tab, the power of VS Code, it will do everything. Link tag have something known as attribute. Means if I give something here, that is known as attribute. Attribute I have given the href, and I'll do a learn web dev, and here I can give any website. So maybe I will give my blogging website like this. I'll give, and then I will save it, so it will be shown like this, learn web dev. Now I will come here. So you might have seen this is the link actually. Learn web dev is coming. I'll come here and see this pointer will change to be a hand, and you might have seen this a lot of other times also. I will now click it, and it will open my blogging website, my TWD blogging website. But there is a thing which is a bit wrong here. It is opening in the same tab, which is not a good thing. From SEO perspective, it is not a good thing, because if you have seen this thing, if you go to LinkedIn and if you click on like something, and it will open in some other tab, it will open in a other tab. Okay, so why it is done? Because no people wants you to go away from this site. See, LinkedIn, Facebook, YouTube, all of these are free. Why they're free? Because they show you ads. Even if they don't show you ad, LinkedIn doesn't show you that much ad, Facebook also doesn't show you that much ad, and all those things are there. But the more you're there on their platform, they earn huge amount of money, so they don't want you to go away from there. If I like from Facebook, I go to LinkedIn, okay, and it opens in the same tab, maybe I will never go back to there. Maybe I'll never go back there. So that is there, and that happens. So there is a way to do that programmatically, and we're going to see that. Maybe I'll go here and do a href, and here which thing I'll do, and give my LinkedIn profile only. Okay. View profile. Okay. So I'll give my LinkedIn profile. Bendu, Alan, Alif. But if I give it like this, it will open in the same tab again. So I have to go here and I have to do something known as a target equal to underscore blank. Target equal to underscore blank. Save it. So it will open it here. Now I will click here again, it will open the same, but if I click here, it will open a new tab. So this is very important. So this is a very important thing. Target equal to underscore blank. This is a keyword. You have to take it like that only. So that is there. Now one more thing I want to tell here is that both of them come in the same line. Inline, same line, inline. Same line means inline. So they're inline tag. Even if I give 10 other anchor tags, they will come in the same line. So that is like that, same line it will come. So now we're going to see more tags. So the next tag which I'm going to show is the list tag. I'm going to say list tag. Let me comment it out. Then unordered list I want to. So there are two kind of lists, unordered list and ordered list. Unordered list, and then I'll do a list item 1 to item 2, item 3, item 4, item 5, and then ordered list. I'll go and do a item 1 to item 5. I'll do save it. Now they are the list. So this list you're seeing, this dot 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 are there. They are known as unordered list. UL means unordered list. OL means ordered list. LI means list item. They're two separating. Most of the time you see people are using this unordered list only. Unordered list only they are using. So that is there. So now the next thing which we are going to see is known as table tag. Okay, it's table tag. Table tag. Table tag, I'll write this table tags. There are a lot of tags here in table tag. And I'll save it, table tags. And in this table tags, I'll go and do a table, and inside a table is a group of some tags. Okay, there is a t head, although we don't use it that much, but this is then also it is a very important tag. T head is there, and then I'll come and do a t body. I'll do t body, and then I will come here and do a tr means table row. TH means table header, TR means table row. And there is and don't no need to mug up this table tag. You can find it from a lot of places, but you should know this is there. Okay, and you can create a that it is there. Okay, target equal. That's a good question, but I have explained it. But target equal to underscore blank. So let me explain it again. But I'm not going to explain everything again and again. So this because this is a good question I'm explaining. Target equal to blank, what it does, if I have this thing, there was no target equal to blank in the first one. If I open it here, it will be opening here only, the same tag. If I click on the second one, which have the target equal to blank, it is opening in the different tag. If you, I think I posted something. As I've told, this is very important for SEO. If you have come here, I think I posted something today. There's some Diwali offer going on. So in this, I posted maybe something, or some Diwali offer is going on. So I posted something. And what happened here, I posted everything and I posted a link here, purchase link. So see, if I in the LinkedIn site, if I open it, if I, as I told earlier, if it is opened here only, what will happen? LinkedIn is losing me. But if I click here, it is opening in a different site. Okay, so that is like that. It is opening in different. So like that, it is there. So that is what is target equal to blank. So LinkedIn engineer might have also given something like that. Target equal to blank. Okay. So that is like that. And now this table row. Hope it is clear. Now this inside this table row, we have this th. Th we have. And in this th, it is known as table head. Table header, I'll have a name, age, email, name is email, and this table body is there. In this table body, I will have a tr, and this tr, okay, if I save it like this, see this name, age, and email will there. In the table body, we give like the data. Like here, I give a td, it will be Hindu, age, and email at email.com. So that is there. Now you can have a lot of table rows like this, like awesome, awesome, free, and save it, and it will show like this. The table will show like this. So that is table tag. So now we're going to see one of the very important tag, which is known as a form tag. So why form tag is important? Okay, so even before moving to form tag, I'll tell one more thing. So I've got a bit down, so I wanted to start the form tag from here. So I'll go here and we'll start the form tag, form tags, and start the form tags, and I'll do it. But even before starting the form tags, we've gotten a bit down. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to take a HR means horizontal rule, and some of the things doesn't have an ending tag, like HR doesn't have. I'll save it, a line will be created. And there is something else is also there, which is known as the BR means break row. So break row is there. So I've done this break row. Now this break row gives some space, and even I will have something down also. Okay, so now I will have a form tag here. So here I will have a form tag here like this. Inside this I will have a lot of things. Okay, so why forms are used? Forms are used to take the user input. When you go to facebook.com, you have to log into the site giving something, and when we are inside, you write some post. So whenever you write something, that actually need to be sent to the backend, that actually needed to be sent to the backend, and that is what is done by the form type. Rest of the working we are going to learn in beautifying it in CSS, and how it works, that is taught in JavaScript, but the structure you should know. Structure you should know. Okay, so that is there, and I'll have a label here. Label for uh, and in the for. Okay, we have a one sec. Someone is at door. One sec, I'm coming. Okay. Okay, so this is there, and then we'll get the notes of all this. Yeah, you can get a notes of all this, but not here in this. I have another video in which I can give you notes. Okay, connect. You can send some comment or something. I will give the notes. Notes are in some other videos. Okay, so that will be there. Okay, so the thing is that okay, so forms, we are doing the forms. So the forms are a combination of label and input. Most of the time you see that it's a combination of label and input. So I'll come here and do a label for name. Name, okay, it's not like this, it's like name, and then I'll have a input type text. Then here there will be id will be again name, can be something else also. There will be a name which of course I have taken name, so it will be name. I'll come back to that. And then suppose I have another thing like age. Age type is number. Age, age, I'll get, I'll save it. So see what is coming. So the thing which is coming is like the name and the age. Okay, name and the age in the label are showing, and then this is a boxes are there. In the name I can write anything. Okay, okay, like this. And in the age I can give any number, and I also get this thing in which I can increase it. Okay, but what is this label, what is this input? Okay, so input always comes with label. So label and input are a pair. So these two are a pair and these two are a pair. And inputs are different types, not only two types, there are very different types of input. The input type text, you might have got it, you have to write the text. Input type number, you can write the number. So that is like that. Okay, so that is there. But how they are a pair? Like this is one pair, this is another pair. How they are basically a pair? So they're a pair because this for, you're seeing this for is a name, this and for an id, so they should be same. For name and id name, so they should be same. And this for age and this id age, they should be same. And what is this name then? Name will be used, name equal to name and name equal to age. I'm going to show this thing when we're going to say send this to the backend. Right now we're not sending it to the backend, but we need to send it to the backend, like in the, when we're going to do JavaScript or something. So there is some mechanism is there. There is some mechanism is there in which the mechanism is there. That mechanism, what happens in that mechanism? What happens? That is required. Okay, so this name and age is required. So I'll show that mechanism how it is been done. So now we're going to see some more, but you might be seeing that okay, all of this is coming in one line because they're all in line. label is also inline and input is also inline. When we are going to see css is going to see next. So Mosam is going to take css, our another teacher, he's going to take css, and then you'll understand that, then you'll understand that, right? Okay, then you'll understand that there are other ways to do this thing. Right now, how I'm going to do this thing, like I want to name to be in one thing and age to be in the other. So how I'm going to do this thing, I'm going to do a div. A div is something which is the block level, and you're going to see this div code a lot. Okay, and I'll move this to inside the div. Okay, then again I will come here and a div I'll do, and this two I will move inside the div and save it, so it will come in next line. Okay, so this is how div is a block level. I created it into a block level element. Now there is something known as a br. Still there is a, I need some gap there, so I'll press this br means break row. I'll do this break row and it will be coming like this. Okay, so that is there. Now we are going to look into some more things here, so because they are required. So I will come here and do a br again, and div again, and label again, and that for message, this you can take anything like message, and there is something known as a text area, which is a very common thing, because when you post something on Facebook or LinkedIn, that is a text area. So message id is the message calls and rows are coming. Maybe I'll keep it this time, that is okay. And that will, okay, that is making quite big. Okay, I don't want call is okay, but I will go with 5. Okay, so that is there. So my message is there. Now this is how the text area is there. Okay, then now another thing which we are going to learn is the drop down. Okay, drop down we are going to learn. This br I'll do, and inside this I'll do a div, and inside this I'll do a label, and label for color maybe, and color, and I will come here and do a select. Name is color, id is color, and in this select what happens, there are something known as the option have a value like this red I will have, and this will be red color, blue color, it will be blue, this is green color, this is green. So I will save it. This is a drop down. See, red color, green color, blue color is there. What is this red, green, blue? We are soon going to see. This is something which will go to the backend. So if I click it, so it is like this. Okay. So these three things are there. So still the form is not over. We are going to see three more things in the form is the one of the major thing in HTML. Okay, so this has got even more things. So another thing we are going to see is a br again I will do a div, and this time what we are going to see, we are going to see a checkbox. So checkbox like h4, what do you own? So checkboxes are very very important. Okay, so I'll do a input type is check box. Input type is checkbox. Name equal to vehicle 1. Value equal to bike. Value equal to bike, and ID also will be equal to bike. Okay. So I can have the label later on also. See, I'm having the input first and the label later on. So ID will also be bike, and this will be bike. So this is checkbox. What is checkbox? I'm soon going to when I'm going to save it, it will do it. Okay, so this vehicle, it will be vehicle 2. This will be car. This will be car. This will be car. This will be car. So I'll save it, and this will be shown like this. So this checkboxes, all of you might have seen this thing. Everything is there in Amazon and all. Okay, so everything is there. So please no, please I cannot continue in Hindi. Our whole channel is in English, and it will be in English only, because that is how you have to get the job in English and all. We mainly create web app developer, in which mostly you're going to work in some startups and all. Mostly in India, most of the jobs are in the south of India, right? Still there is a very less jobs in the north of India. So we're going to continue in English only, and that is like that. Okay. And one good news is that we have a very good English teacher also. We keep on sometimes keeps those free English classes on our channel also. If you can find out, you can find out those things are there. And that is there. And there if you are finding some issues in like learning in English, I will suggest there are some very good Hindi sites are there. One site is, I think, name is Code with Harry. Please see that Code with Harry. But at the end of the day, even if you do it Code with Harry, you have to like learn the English to get a job. Okay, so then you can come back to us. Okay, so we have some very good English classes also. So just self promoting. Okay, so that is there. uh, uh, okay, so that is there. And okay, let me mention. Okay, please check code with. I'm just not saying like yeah, saying like this to demotivate you, but just if you are better understanding this, please check this channel. Okay, so that is there. So but please continue here also. Okay, so maybe you'll understand something. Okay, so that is there. And now this because at the end of the day, I want you to become a web app developer and what else. So what do you want? And these check boxes are coming like this. Okay, then I'll go and we are. Plus, a lot of people attend from the south of India, and you might know that they don't know. Okay, so Hindi only works in half of India if you don't know that thing. So that is there. And BR div I will do. And now the next thing which I'm going to say. So what is checkboxes? Checkboxes are something in which you can add both of this is very common thing which you will always see in Amazon and all. You will always see this thing. Okay, so that is it. Now here I'll go and we'll see the radio box. And in the radio box I will do a H4. And radio boxes are very common to take something like gender and all. And then input type is radio, and the name is equal to gender, and value is equal to male, and id also I will make it equal to male. Okay, then I will have a label which is like for it is male, and male I'll do. Then I'll come. Another two thing. I'll do this gender, and this will be female. This will be female. This will be female. This will be female, and other other other. Yeah. So I'll do this thing. Okay. So I'll save it. And now what is different is checkboxes. Checkboxes is also something which you have seen, but not that much. When you have registered for Facebook and all, you might have seen something like a gender. And if I click on male, the male will be selected. If I click on female, then the female will selected. So they are known as the group of radio group also. But here what happens, I can select both of them. Here I cannot. They are known as radios. Okay, besides this also there are some other things which are also there in the your forms. And I'm going to take some of them from this W3C school input. Okay, so this input types is there. You can also see this thing, this input types. Okay, this input types. Okay, so this I can give. And you can see this thing. So actually in 2015 there were a lot of changes in HTML also. A lot new input types are introduced, and some of them are like really good, which I like it, which you should know, because earlier they were used to be done with very complicated JavaScript code. So one of the things which I want you to know, and again all of these things are way too much, you'll when you go to a project you'll learn these things. Okay, so there is something which is very important, like this input type date, which is used by sites maybe when you have to enter your date of birth, maybe in sites like even sites like naukri.com or any site in which you register sometime, it will have something like input type date. So what is input type date? So I will come here and do a br and do a div here and do a like this. I will save it. See, I'll come here and it will show me a nice calendar, all the things it will show, and I can select everything. So I didn't have to do anything. It is done by this. So simple. It is so simple. Earlier there used to be very complicated code for that. Now I can do it and it will go to the backend. So there is one more thing which is actually like a bread and butter of sites like your naukri.com. What is that? Input type file. Input type file, that is input type file. So I will go here and do a vr and a div I'll do, and then I will press this thing, select a file. If I go here, see, this is something which will come like this. Okay, I can select any file like this, choose, and this I can open and it will show like this. Okay. So that is like this. So now everything is done here. Now there is something how I should like submit it. So there is another type of a button which is known as a input type submit button, or a button also I can use it. So maybe I will use that. So I'll do a div and input type submit is, and value equal to send, save it. So input type submit actually it's a button, it will create a button of type send. So through this type of button only you can submit a font, input type submit. Okay, so like now watch closely because I'm not going to repeat it again, we don't have time much of time. So this I've done and this I'll do. This is good. So this I can do multiple, and this red color I'll choose the blue color, then I'll choose both of them. I'll choose male, I'll give some any dummy thing like maybe I'll choose this thing, choose file, this I'll do, and then I will click on send. So watch closely. One thing here you should watch, and watch here also, these two things. I'll do it. See, it sent something here, and this also got refreshed. So what it does, this is how actually it used to be sent to the backend in the older days. Older days the backend always used to be PHP, nothing else was there for a website. So it used to be sent through this browser only, and it is also not safe to send it like this. Nowadays nobody sends it like this, but then also name is very important. I'll cut this thing, I'll show one thing here. Okay, so this form I will come and paste it. See, the name is Nabindu is going. So I told that this name is very important. So this name is this name. Name is Nabindu. Age 40 has gone. Whatever taken this name, name is it has gone here. Name, this again, this name, color. Okay, color. See, you might have seen this color going as blue, not as blue color. Blue. Vehicle one is bike one, and vehicle two is car. So these two are different. Vehicle one and vehicle two. These two code are different. Then. Birthday, it is going like this. My file, it is going like this. So this is how it goes to the, I'll keep this code, I'll comment it out because I want you to have this thing. So that is it. Now we are coming to the last thing here, which is the image tag, and images are very important. So let me first download an image, and I will download an image from a site known as unsplash.com, because it is where you get free royalty free images, and for us royalty free images are very important, because or else you land up into some problem. So this is, even though it's sponsored, it is like royalty free. So I'll click it and I will download it. Okay, I will download it. Maybe I will make it as medium I will take, and then it is downloaded, or what, it is very slow I think. And it is not getting downloaded. Okay, maybe it doesn't want to get downloaded, so maybe I'll do one thing. I have already, okay, something is broke and all, something is coming. Okay, so let it be broken. I have some images. Maybe let me, I will put those things. So first thing is that I have to put here I'll go and create a new folder as images. So generally we do it like this. I'll do a images folder. So it is created. Now in this images folder, I will add something from this download. So I have some, I think I have some this happy Diwali thing, and happy Diwali to all. So this happy Diwali thing, I will put it here, and this Diwali I'll do, and then I have this image here. So how to show this image? There are two ways to show this image. Let me show that, and show this is having some issue. It's okay. So images are shown by something known as an image tag. So image tag is there, and here I'll come and do a img src and images and happy Diwali.jpg, and this is happy Diwali. I'll do what is this, I will tell you. Now save it and see this happy Diwali thing. Okay, this image is already very small, but we'll see one more thing. Okay, this is how the images are being shown. So maybe unsplash is broken, but can, like, I think I can take this thing. Okay, so I will come here and do a, there's another way. Right click, copy image address. So this you can do in Google also. Every image you can do, and you can right click and do it. So I'll go here and do a img src. I'll paste it. So it will have something big, and this is like a hill, hill. I will save it, and big hill is been shown. So when something like this big is shown from HTML, we have access to something known as the width is like maybe 600, and height is like 300. Save it, so it will be shown like this, 600 by 300. So that is there. But what is this alt which I have taken? What is this alt tag? Alt tag is something which will be shown if the image is broken. So that alt tag is shown. Maybe I will break not this happy Diwali image, because it's happy Diwali, and again happy Diwali to all of you. Okay, so I will give something wrong here. Maybe I will delete it because there is no image like this. I know that thing. I will delete it, save it. Okay, it is then also coming. That is good. Okay, maybe I will make this spelling wrong. There is no site like this, of course. So see, now this is broken. Now this is broken, and I'm seeing this hill here and this broken image. Of course, you might have seen this broken images sometime down the line. So if you're seeing the internet, okay, so this is how this has been there. If the broken image is there, then the alt will be shown. And with this we are done with the HTML. Now the CSS will be started. Okay, by Mosam will take the CSS, and that is there. And I'm going to leave here to Mosam, and JavaScript will taken by Hari. Okay, so that is there, and this I'll take.
So, hi all, a warm welcome to all of you on the special bootcamp which has been organized on every Saturday, 3 p.m. to 6 p.m. And let me tell you one thing. I hope you all have get the first attendance form and you all have filled it also. So, 1 second. So, guys, can you please confirm that you all have got the attendance form and you all have filled it? Because then only you will get the certificate. And you need to fill both the attendance form because there will be two attendance form. Okay, and if you are watching it and you have not filled it, you will not get that, you will not get the participation certificate. And if you have filled one attendance form, then also you will not get the participation certificate. And you have filled the second attendance form, but miss to fill the first attendance form, then also you will not get the participation certificate. So the criteria to get the participation certificate is to fill both the attendance form. Okay, first thing. Second thing is, please mention your correct email id so that you all will get the participation certificate on your mail address which you have entered. It happens that people enter their incorrect mail address, so that they will not get the participation certificate, and after that they have started completing. So, and also one more thing, participation certificate, let me correct it once again. Those who have filled both the attendance form, okay, they only will get the participation certificate on their mail id which they have entered in the attendance form by Sunday end of the day around 9 or 10 p.m. Second form, my dear friend, as I've told you, it's a system generated process. System will automatically share the second attendance form in the YouTube live chat here only. Okay. So don't ask for the attendance form. Focus on the content. Focus on the content. Focus on the content. Okay. Don't ask for the attendance form, because even I also don't know when will the attendance form will be sent. So it's a system driven process. System will automatically throw the attendance form link in the live YouTube chat. And we are sharing the attendance form only in the live YouTube chat, not in any WhatsApp group, not to personal one to one, not on any email ID. So if you have missed the session, you need to watch the video again and open the live chat, and in the live chat you will get the attendance sheet. I hope I have answered all your queries, and now we will start with the CSS. So guys, have all of you have filled attendance first attendance form? Can you please confirm me? Can someone please confirm me? Well, in the meantime, I ready my setup. Do all of you have filled attendance form? Please reply with yes. So that let me also have a clarity that yes, all of you have filled attendance form. Let me see how many yes are coming. So only one, two, only one. One, two. Let us have at least 30, 40 yes, so that I also came to know that yes, people are active here. Please reply fast. I have to cover the basics. Then Hari will take the JavaScript. We will end the session at 6. So very slow reply, yeah. Very slow reply. Guys, please make it fast. Please be active. So it means 1, 2, 3, 4. Only 4, 5 people are active. Rest all are slow. So okay. Now don't waste time. Okay. So I will start with sorry. I will start with CSS. And here in CSS, what is CSS? Why the need of CSS? Why CSS is used? So we will tell you about each and everything. So we will have some theoretical classes, and after that we will start with the practical kind of thing. So here, if you see, CSS is basically cascaded style sheet. I hope you all are from a background where you all know the full form of CSS. So CSS basically cascaded style sheet, and it is used to decorate the HTML. Okay, with the help of CSS, your web page will look attractive, decorative, stylish, soothing, and it becomes responsive. So let us have some. So you all know what is this kind of thing. So this is title CSS, and here there are three ways in which you can add CSS. So HTML, I can say, uh, I hope you all have a basic idea of HTML. So if in case, if in case someone wants anything, please let me know. We'll try to elaborate that thing. And one more thing. So there are three ways in which you can add CSS: inline, internal, and external. So while the meantime, we will be sharing some interview questions also, because Subramaniam ji, I need two form. I will send you two form. Don't worry. But as I've told you, system will automatically send the two form. As soon as system will send it, we will tell you that two form has been sent. Two form means the second attendance form you are talking about. So don't ask and ask again for that second form. It will be sent automatically. We will tell you. We will inform you. We will guide you. Okay? Don't worry. So there are three ways in which you can add CSS. First one is inline, second one is internal, and the third one is external. So let us see how we will be adding that. So let us have h1 inline, internal, and the third one is external. So let us open this with live server. I hope you all have a basic idea of what is live server. Okay, very nice. So these are the ways in which you can add CSS. So we have some interview questions also, which we or I will keep on telling you in between and between. So please have a eye on that questions also. These are some questions which we have picked around 50 to 60 interviews being conducted by so many reputed companies. So we have some in your mind, so that you also have an idea that what is being asked in the interview, what theoretical is being asked in the interview. So there are three ways in which you can add CSS: internal, inline, internal, external. Now the question is, out of these three, which one is the most powerful? So inline is the most powerful because it applies directly to the HTML element. Okay, so let us see how it is being applied. With the help of style, we can have the echo color, and I have saved, so it is being applied here. Now in the second one, which is the internal. Internal means internally, and one more thing, always try to correlate the meaning of the word with that function also, so that you can have a better idea that what does this word do. So internal means internally somewhere in the HTML file. So let us apply that, and here h2, and we will have again a background color in the form of, let us use a, and the third one is external. So external means externally somewhere we are creating CSS and we are linking those kind of thing. This such kind of thought is coming here. So yes, it is right. So externally we will be creating a file with any name you can create as per your wish, but keep the extension as .css. So here let us have h3, and here let us use a background color to, we'll use RGB. So we have here the background color in the form of RGB, but when I'm saving it is not reflecting. Why? Because external means externally we have created the file, but there is no link between those files. So we will be adding a link tag in order to link those files. So here it comes, we have the link tag which link both the files. So now you have seen, I guess you have seen all the three ways in which you can add CSS: inline, internal, and external. Now, let us see what is next. Okay, so I hope you have seen. Now, let us see here. If you have seen here, H3. Now, again, interview question: what is a CSS selector? So here, H3 is a CSS selector. Okay, inside the curly bracket, this is called as the declaration. This is a property, and this is a value. Okay, this is an interview question. What is a CSS selector? In this particular thing, what is a CSS selector? So here S3 is a CSS selector. Now, uh, now, now, if you have noticed here, I have added only background color here in all the three ways, but every method has a different way. So here I have simply typed the name of the color, which is the aqua, and the color has been added here. In the second method, I have used some hexa method. In the third, I have used the RGB kind of thing. So what are those things? So these are the ways in which you can add colors. Okay, first one is simply typing the name of the color: red, green, blue, black, orange, red, like that. So so in this way there are around 140 color names in which you can simply type the name of the color, and the color is there in front of your eyes. Okay, now second way is second way is the hexadecimal format. So here, let me tell you one thing. Any color can be prepared with the help of only these three colors, which is the red, green, and blue. So here again, the hexadecimal format comes from the hexadecimal number system. Here, it contains 6 alphanumeric digits. You can have the range starts from 0 to F. So 0 to 9, and alphabetically A to F. So here the first two letters again have R, these have G, these have G, and the last two zero again have G, RGB. So in this way you can have the colors like this. But this type of adding the color system will help you to increase the quantity of colors, because the 140 color names is not enough to, even I can say, cover the imaginations like that. So now the third one is the RGB format. Here again, RGB, red, green, and blue. So this is for red, this is for green, and this is for blue. And the range of RGB starts from 0 to 255, where 0 is red and 255 is blue. So now let us have an idea of how many colors are there and in how many ways you can add colors. So we'll have HTML color quotes in HTML color picker. So there are these two sites which is being managed by W3 School. Okay, so let us have an introduction of CSS here. So CSS, HTML and CSS both has been come into production in 1995, and in 2015 a major upgradation has been happened where HTML5 and CSS3 has been added with CSS Grid and CSS Flexbox. So this is the introduction in a broad way. So this is all you need to know. So here if you see, so these are the 140 colors where you can simply type the name of the color, and the color is there in front of your screen. Now you can have their RGB code, you can have their HSL code, and you can have their hexadecimal code. Okay, so now what is this HSL? HSL is again a method of adding color, but here H stands for hue. Okay, S stands for saturation, L stands for lightness. So hue contains the color, saturation contains the sharpness, and lightness contains the brightness. So if you see here, we have this type of colors here. So you can click any color and have their RGB codes like that. Now, as I've told you, with the help of RGB, you can make any color. So see, with the help of this, you can make a color, any color of your choice or any color of your desire. So if we have the R as full, so you have red, so yellow sort of skin, and we have white one. So this is how you can have the color codes of different n number of colors you can have there of your choices. And here you can have the name of the colors. Fine. So now moving back to CSS. Now let us have a paragraph tag now. So after this, let us have some font properties, because font properties are again a very important properties here. And okay, so let us have some font size of 30px, and let us have some space between the lines. So we have line height 1.2 rem. 1.2 looks very small, so 5.2. Okay. And here what else we can have? We can have font weight. Font weight will have a bold sort of thing. And we have some letter spacing. Letter spacing means spaces between the letters, so we will use 0.4 em. You can use any word, so I am using em here. We'll use word spacing also, similar to letter spacing. Will have 0.2 em. We'll again use em here. Word spacing means spacing between the words. So as I've told you in earlier, please correlate the meaning with the meaning of the words itself. Okay, there is no special rocket science here. So you can get to have the meaning with the name of the word itself. So word spacing means spaces between the words. Letter spacing means spacing between letters. Font weight means the boldness of the font. Line height means spaces between the lines. Font size, you all know font size. Now let us have font family. So here if you see, a minimum of 3 font is required. Why? Because the primary font is the Arial font, Helvetica and the sans serif font are the fallback fonts. So now, why these fallback fonts are required? Because if you see here, there are so many browsers being available this time, and if you notice here, if you notice here, mm, let us suppose Chrome does not support Arial font. Let us suppose Chrome does not support Arial font and supports Helvetica font. So it will automatically pick up the next available font, which is the Helvetica font, which we have given here. Okay, and let us suppose that Safari does not support Arial and Helvetica font. So it will pick up the next available font which we have given is the sans serif font. So that is why the fallback fonts has been given, because if I am opening the page in Google Chrome and you are opening it in Safari and someone is opening in Firefox, someone is opening in Edge, so that your page will looks good. So now let us see some more type of fonts here, because as you know, Google are now into our every part of life. So Google have introduced their Google font also, which is being used a lot these days. I can say 99.99% of the sites use Google font these days, because these fonts looks very attractive and have very wide range here. So you can have So these are the Google fonts. So let us use this one. Noto Sans Varang City, very big. So where is it? Okay. So let us use this one. We are importing it. Mm, okay, so we have imported it. Now, how to add it? So you need to copy. Yeah, hi all, welcome all. So it's already been done here. So now I am not replying to hi and hello because I need to cover this fast. So here, let us have this. Yeah. So we will be using the font family, and here we have added this. What is the name? Noto Sans Varang City font. Fine. Now this is the output of this Noto Sans Varang City. Now, if you have noticed here, we have added the same font, but here Noto plus Sans plus Varang plus City. So please ignore this plus sign. You need to copy, you need to write the same font which is available there. Okay, and here this is being applied and looking very beautifully. Now, after this font properties, if you have noticed here, I have added here PX, REM and EM. So what is this PX, REM and EM, my dear friends? Here, this PX, REM and EM are basically units of measurements. Okay, and let me correlate this with our day-to-day activities. So assume that you are on a grocery shop and you are asking for oil. So they will give you oil in liters, and if you are asking for sugar, they will give you in kg. And suppose you are asking for soap, they will give you in pieces. Okay, so similarly here we have these particular things. Okay, now if you see here, we have the px as the pixels. You all know what is px. Okay, now rem is again a unit of measurement which works independently as px works. Okay, em is again unit of measurement which depends upon the unit of the div which it contains. So that is why now again interview question, out of these three units of measurement which is most commonly used, so px is most commonly used. After that rem is most commonly used. Okay, second and another interview question, that when you are importing a Google font, okay, where in which pattern you will be adding that font. So here in this single quote you need to add the font. Okay, here in the traditional fonts you do not need to add anything. So guys, keep an eye on the interview questions. This will help you a lot. Whenever you are giving some interviews, this will add to your confidence. So let us move ahead now. Let me reduce it and let us have another paragraph here. So now what is happening here? If you see, if you notice here, I have two paragraphs. Okay, I have two paragraphs. Both of them are following the same set of styles what I have given. So now there is a problem, because if I have 10 paragraphs and I want different paragraphs to be in a different style, different font size, now it is very difficult for me to do. So with this particular problem, classes and IDs has been introduced. So what are classes and what are IDs? So classes and IDs both are used to target an HTML element. Fine. But but the difference is that same class can be used multiple time. Same class can be used multiple time, but ID can only be used one time. So this is the main basic difference between classes and IDs. The function of both is same, but as I've told you, same class can be used multiple times, but ID can only be used one time. Now let us see how we will be adding classes and IDs. So here class will use the top, and here let us try with the ID bottom. So here let us target the p dot top. So if you see here, this particular set of style is applied to the top, to the class which contains the class name as top. Now let us use the hash p hash bottom will have the font size of 40px, and this is the way in which you will highlight the ID. Okay. Now after this classes and IDs, let us move to the box model property. So box model is a very important interview question, and it is being asked in almost half of the interviews. So please try to remember the contents and the logic behind the box model. So what is this? What is a box model? So a box model contains of four things inside it. Now we need to switch to Chrome in order to understand the concept of box model, because Safari does not support that. Now here, if you see, okay, so this is a box model. Fine. So here, box model contain of four things: content. Outside this content have padding. Outside this padding have border. Outside this border have margin. Now what is this? So padding means some space around the content in all the four sides. Okay. Now after this padding we have border also in all the four sides. Okay. Now after this border we have margin also in all the four sides. Fine. So let us have a, let me do one thing. So now let us create some box model. So we have padding, padding of 20. After this padding we have border. Now we have margin of 20p. So here we have this box model complete. So now let me do one thing. Let me have some, some arrangement is required now. Now there are some ways in which you can add box model. So here let me have, so this is the content. Outside this content here, which is top, right, bottom and left. We have padding. Padding means some space around the content. Around means on all the sides. After this padding, we have border. Outside this border, we have margin. So all these things are in. Now there are some ways in which you can add this padding and margin differently. So let us have padding in the left of 20 px, padding in the top of 10 px, padding in the bottom of 30 px, padding in the right of 40 px. So you can have the padding and margin side wise also, different padding for different size. Similarly, you can have this in one more way. You can have padding of 10 px top bottom and 20 px left and right. So you can have in this way also. Now let us let us see some margin, how we can add margin. So margin top of 10 px, margin bottom of 20 px, margin left of 30 px, and margin right of 40 px. So you can have this also in different way. Now we have the same way in which we have done the padding. So you can have margin of 20 px and 30 px. So top, bottom, and left and right. So you can have this in this particular way also. Now, after this padding and margin, let us see the styling of list. So styling of list is again a very important thing you all need to know. So let me comment out this thing. Let me create a div, and inside this div we have some header kind of thing, and inside this header we have some category, and after this we have some unordered list li into 5. So we have the list item here. Now we have the basic structure ready with us. So we have the fields here: category 1, category 2, category 3, category 4, category 5. And here we will have a parent class Reese. So this is the structure. Oh, parent class already being highlighted. So here we have the h2. So we will use the. Okay, let us comment out. Okay, so here you okay. So here we don't want to go anywhere. So we will add the hash here. So this is where our HTML is complete for creating the styling of list. So now let us style them dot categories, and we will use some padding of 20 px, okay, and a border of 5 px solid of color. So now another property, which is a border radius property of 5 px. This border radius property will actually remove the sharpening of the edges. Fine. Now after this border radius property, we have some. Okay. So now what we will do? we will pick each item inside the structure and we will start styling that. So we have picked that. Now we will pick up this h2. So here dot categories header 2, and in this we will be adding text align center, so category will come in the center. Now we will use the text decoration text transform to uppercase, so it will look like that, and text decoration to underline so that it is looking like that. And okay, we have this font, so let us have this font also here. Font family. Okay, so we will be adding the font in the parent class. It's very difficult for here to add the font. One second. Okay, because the name is very big. Okay, so the font is here in front of you. So now dot categories, we will be targeting the list item. So here we will use the list style as none, so that the dot fills come, dot fill remove. We use a padding of 0 so that everything will be like that. And here we will not target the dot categories, and here if you see we will have some okay, here we will have some unordered list also. So you use a padding of 0 so that it will come to the left, and have some, here we will use the text decoration none, and have some color to black. Now one second, here I need to write 1. Okay, nice. So now what else we can have? Okay, so now we will target dot categories. Okay, dot categories anchor tag, and we will use some padding of 20px. 20px. We also have some padding here, padding of 20px. 20px looks very ugly. 15px, and here we will remove this padding, it is not required here, and let us have padding of 0, padding of 0, so 0 is also not required. So we will use, what we will have here, so we will use a text decoration none also here, so that the underline will get removed, and we'll have the color to black, and let us have some border in the bottom with 1px dotted with blue color. Okay, it will not work here. This we need to apply here. So border with the bottom of 1px dotted with blue color, so that it looks like that. And let us have some hover property. Okay, let us have some hover property in the h2. So dot categories h2 will change the background color to which color we have, orange red, So we will use the hover effect. So as soon as I put my mouse here, and the font color will change to white. So okay, and font size also we want this to increase to 30 px. Okay, yes, this is how you can add effects. So this is how the styling of list has been completed. Now I will hand over the session to start JavaScript to one of my colleague Hari. Hari will take you through the JavaScript basics. So welcome Hari.
Hello everyone. So I think my voice is audible for all. Just give a minute. Okay. So just give a thumbs up if my voice is audible. We can proceed the section. Yeah, okay. Hey everyone. So the next 30 minutes we're going to not like the next 45 minutes we're just going to see about the what is going to be JavaScript and how to use the JavaScript and all we're going to see. I want to know a decent opinion from you guys, like wherever you go, like you see and single language, a programming language that is named as JavaScript, right? So you heard about either JavaScript or React.js or Vue.js or something else, Node.js for backend, like that. So much of things that is ends with JS, right? So in the developer world, everything, right? So literally everything is just occupied by the JavaScript, right? So you have a doubt like how, why this much of JavaScript is using here? What is the purpose of actually JavaScript? It is why it is using, that's huge, right? So that is what we're going to see the next 40 minutes. Okay, so in the next 40 minutes, it's going to give a clear vision about what is JavaScript and why, what exactly that we are using JavaScript in front end. We're going to see that, and every doubt that you have the assumption of JavaScript, it is going to get rid from your brain. You're going to remove that, and you have any other doubts regarding JavaScript, you can ask in the comment section. I will be come to the section and I will share my opinion on that. Okay, so before getting the section, another important notice: this 3 hours or this 45 minutes is not more than like it is not enough. Okay, so it is not enough to master JavaScript or master something else. Okay, so this 45 minutes is going to have look like a glimpse of for yourselves to understand what is JavaScript, and it is going to give an idea that okay, so this is what JavaScript it is, so I want to use like that. So it is give an idea for you. Okay, so then what you can do, you can take this idea and you can use it in your further projects, and if you want to learn from further, you can watch the next videos that are coming in your channel, and that will be really helpful for you. Okay, so this is going to be a little bit theoretical, but I promise you it is not going to be boring one. So we just get started. Just say OneNote. So I just open my OneNote. I think hope everyone see my OneNote. So whatever you discussed till now, it's all about it's all about HTML and CSS, right? So we discussed about HTML and CSS, and we discussed the whole process. Like if I want to be a web developer, what is the whole process? Is that HTML and CSS is enough to occupy the space? Exactly no, right? So definitely not like that. So we need to learn something extra. And what is happening if I'm just using an web app that is named as Dream Studio? So I'm using that. So how it is working? If you are using YouTube, that is how it is working in the web apps. How all these things are working. So we need to understand the fundamentals. Like so, if you understand the fundamentals, we can place those technologies that helpful for building those fundamentals, right? So that is what I'm going to do. Let's come here. For example, you can see when it comes to web app or website, it's pretty close, but little bit difference is that. That's fine. So that is a two part is involved, and people somehow you have some knowledge, you know that that is going to be front end, and people you don't know nothing, that is here I'm going to clear everything. Okay, so and then it's going to be back end. So these two categories very important. Like this is the category that is has when we want to build a web apps, that's two categories that. And the person who develop the front end, they are called as front end developers. The person who are developing the back end process is called as back end developers. So exactly what is front end? First of all, that is what we want to see, right? So what is front end? Is front end is nothing but client side work. So we can say client side work. What is meant by client? We discussed that. And what is meant by back end? It is going to be the server side work. Okay, let us discuss. For example, I want to build an application for an YouTuber. Okay, so I want to build an application for an YouTuber, maybe the person who for our founder. Okay, so I want to build an application for our founder. So what I want to do, so first what we will do, we will create an user interface, right? So what is mean by UI? So it's going to be a user interface. So how the entire process will look like if I take the entire web development, I'm working in the scratch, how it is all work means, first it's go for an UI UX designer. So who's the UI UX designer? So this is a guy like who's has some of the tools like Figma, Photoshop, Adobe XD, like that. So much of tools is available. So by using this photoshopping tools, what this guys do? This guy recreate, design a website. Okay, he's just create, like it just draw, and he will align those things, and he will create the format of that website. Like he will create home page here, and here we need to give an image, and here we need to give a text, and then here you need to give a category. Like this, what this guy UI designer will do, he will create a photocopy of the website. So like a xerox copy of a website, we can say color xerox of a website. Like that, he will create a photocopy of a website, and he will have some guidance with graphics works, motions works, like that. But the entire thing is handled by the UI UX designer. So he will design that website first of all. That is what the UI UX designer will do. So the next what it's going to do, it's just this design is passed to another set of category, the named as front end developer. So what this front end developer will do, the front end developer will recreate this website. So right now this is a design, this is just a photocopy, right? So this is just an image, just a photocopy. So right now I need to change this image, this photocopy, to a code. Not changing, I need to exactly recreate this as a code by using some technology that we have discussed, HTML and CSS. What we need to do, we need to recreate the website that the browser should understand, right? So by using HTML and CSS, we create a nav bar, home, and we create a main page. Like that, we create by using image tag, we create the image, and we create the heading tag by using the heading, and we use some of the paragraph tag, and we use horizontal line, we use the flex box, grid box to align our partition. Like this we will do. Okay, so by using HTML CSS we will create it. So this is going to be a front end part. But just imagine, is that website is entirely completed? Is that website is entirely completed? The answer is no. The reason is, this is just a static website, like how the UI UX designer created in a Photoshop. What we do, by using HTML and CSS, we just recreated the design, and that a browser should understandable. But it should be interactive, and it should do some of the logics, right? For example, the purpose of creating this website is to personal branding. Okay, so I just want to create a website for a person, an YouTuber, and he need to get a personal branding, and he had what are the things that he need to do by using this website is, he need to get the emails of his, so the person who are subscribing to this website, he need to get the email, and he have some of the course, so he need to buy the course. Like he has some of the course, the person like he's selling the course, he need to buy the course. So we need to have the course section, and in the section some of the buy processing is there. And what else that we have the contact form, like we have the contact form and need to contact it. Just think about it. By using front end technologies like HTML and CSS, we can able to create a static one. It doesn't do any interaction. Then what this process, like how to get an email from the user, and I just send it to the person like who's the owner of this website, how can I do that? And how can I make the payment process for buying the course, like that? And how can I just, we have the contact form, we just send an email, like that. The same like the email newsletter subscription, this is considered as newsletter, course buying, and this is going to be the service contact form. Okay, so like this there are so much of things is there. How can I do this? So these are called as logical things, right? So these are called as logical thing, and here we can say this is our creative things, right? So this UI UX, these all are creative things, and this front end is also a creative things. And but this is going to be a logical things, right? So this is going to have logic. Like if someone's put their email, I need to buy it and I need to store it in somewhere, like that. That is logic is there. So this is called as back end work. Simply front end work is nothing but the work that for the client. Who is the client? The person who using the website. Like I'm using right now OneNote, like then I'm going to be the client. You are watching in a YouTube, so you guys, you are the client. So the person who are using that website, so they are going to be the client. So I'm something that we develop for a client. So what we develop for a client, we will develop the neat alignment, colors, and then whatever, like images, beautiful UI experience. When I combined it, beautiful UI experience. So that is going to be the front end. So it takes care about the UI. And what is going to be the backend? Backend is going to be server side. So this is going to be the logical part of a website, all the business work, like what are the purpose of building a website or web apps, right? So you are doing, you are liking something, or you are saving right now, you are subscribing to the channel, and you are clicking the bell icon, everything. So that all goes under this backend works. Okay, so these all are called as logical thinking. Fine. So what happened once this front end is done? Sometimes its backend is done after we will come for front end. But right now, just understand the flow. So it is go for the backend, and what the backend developer will do. So the backend developer just create the logical of the website. Yes, he just create the logical of the website, so it makes the fully functional website, and he will done it, right? So when it comes to HTML and CSS, these are all the technologies that is used to create a neat UI, right? So right now you have discussed from the previous classes, like that tutors has been taken, right? So you know how to add an image tag, how to align an image tag, like that, so much of things, right? So the HTML CSS is more than enough to become making the page UI, right? So then backend, what are the backend things that we need? We need a server. I will tell what is server, and we need a language, like it's going to be a programming language, and we need a database. So what is this? What is this? The server is nothing but it is the one that serves your files. Like you are asking something, and that request is taken, and it is go for somewhere and looking for that request and sending something. This is server. It's like a transporter. It will transport everything, like taking, giving, like that. It will do the server. It is going to be transporter. And what is the language? The language is going to be the code that we tell to the server. If something happens, take the code and go to the database. What is the database? Database is the storage unit. So wherever you go, there are databases there. If you go and search in Google database is there. Okay, so where we are getting the information from the Google database. If you are watching in YouTube, and in the YouTube search bar, what you type the web dev, right? So what happens once you type the web dev and click the button? What happened? The server is take the request the web dev, and it is go and look for the YouTube database, and in the YouTube database there is a channel named the web dev is there. Then what it will be? It will send a response. It will send a response, and it will be again sent it to the UI. The UI get changed. So this is the process. This is the process of happening. And the programming language is like a mediator that speaks with the server what to do and what to do, what don't to do. Okay, so that is what. Okay, so this is all about the entirely web development. Okay, so just think about like we have an idea, but that is JavaScript, right? We have covered everything, but where is JavaScript when it comes to programming language? Whether we use the JavaScript in the backend, technically yes, we can use it, but JavaScript is not meant for that. Okay, so JavaScript is used in a front end. JS is used for front end work. So maximum. Okay, so by default JavaScript is used for front end work. So front end, when it comes to front end, we know we have HTML and we have CSS. So this is going to be the structure of the website. HTML and CSS is going to be the design, like we can say layout, animation, whatever. Like it is going to give the neat UI interface, right? So CSS is going to do that. And what is JavaScript is doing? So what is the purpose of using JavaScript in it? So just think about, by using HTML and CSS, we have only a static website. So what is meant by static website? Like a dead website, like we cannot interact with them. Okay, if I interact with them, that process is going to be only backend. Let me discuss. Let's go here. Just go for a website, Tribble. So Tribble is a website. It's a social media. You can consider it's a social media, like how LinkedIn, like that. It is like a platform for UI UX designer to post their designs and all. Okay, so they can post it. So like this, just think about that. Right now, this is going to be the UI, right? I am the client. I'm using the Dribble's UI. Okay, so just think about, by using HTML and CSS, we can able to create this neat UI UX or not. That is what we're going to think. Okay, so just think about, we have an nav bar. By using HTML CSS, we can able to create it. like we have a logo. If I hover, you can see some dull color is applying. Yes, of course we can able to create it. And if I hover over it, we can see some drop down menu. Yes, of course we can able to create this. And you can see some of the animation is happening by using UI UX design. Yes, of course you can able to create it, right? So, and you can see this is called as the layouting. Like this is going to be the, you have some of the flex box, grid box, something like that, and this is going to be very helpful when you are working with this kind of showing. Okay, so this is going to be the layouting one. So this is going to be the layouting one, and you can see whatever the layouts that are available, and we can able to create HTML and CSS. Then where is JavaScript? You have a doubt, right? So before that, we need to understand what is going to be the backend. Okay, for example, if I search for something, okay, so if I search for Illustrator like this, and I just click it, you can see the page is getting reloaded. So what is happening means the server take the request. So Illustrator is the word that we have given, and you can notice that Illustrator is here, right? So actually this is the URL that we will tell to the server. If the Illustrator is added, you need to reload something. So what is happening means, if I say Illustrator, then what is happening, the server take as a request, and he goes for the database, and he check for anything that related to Illustrator is there or not. So he check for it, and if the database matches with this word, then what happen, it will send a response. So that response is going to be this. So I get an illustration that is going to be, if I add something like this and I just enter it, now what it is going to be, like it is going to say 0 of the best KDG walk design illustration, nothing is there. So what it is saying simply, so you can see the pages get reloaded, right? So what is happening now, this is my request, I need something, this unknown anonymous word, and it is the server takes the request, and he goes to the database, and he is checking whether something that related to this word is available or not. He check with that, and he checking that there is nothing, that the entire database is get scanned. So that is why it takes some time, so the page is getting reloading. So this is a backend process. And if it is in database, it will return. If it is not in database, then it's going to say, hey, you are looking for something, but that is not available in. This is what happening in Google. You are going for Google, you are searching something, it will happen, the pages get reloaded. What is the backend? Like it is go and check in the Google database, and it will give the response to you, right? So this is what happening. So right now, just understand, if the pages get reloaded, this is a backend, some backend process is working. Okay, so that is what you need to understand. So now come to front end. We just leave the backend, now come to front end. Now you can see we have these things. Right now we're going to make an interaction. This is an static HTML and CSS website, that is fine. And you can see here it is an animation is there. If I hover over it, you can see the background is changed to white, and if I click this, you can see these words are getting changed, and also you can see the background animation is getting changed. And you can notice another thing, the page is not reloaded, which means it is not something that is associated with backend. So this is not a something time consuming process, it is not a backend. Something that is associated with front end is doing this work, right? So you can see, again I go here and click the branding, you can see the background is changing, and also here you can see that it is changed to brand design. And if I go for illustration, and you can see it is changed to illustration, and the background, the animation is also changing. And likewise, if I go for product design, you can see it is changed to e-commerce and games, and you can see the background is changing. How it is happening? But there is no backend. So what is doing this? And also here, popular. So if I hover over it, that is, you can see a pink color line, that is CSS, we can do it. If I click this, you can see a drop down. So if someone making an interaction, remember that someone making an interaction, I'm making the interaction, that interaction is called as clicking. I'm clicking the button, and what happened, it gives me a extra do, that nothing extra, like it is going to be a do, right? So in the do we have UL, and in the LI it is going to be popular, new network, and marketplace. That is what display, right? It has some CSS, and that's it. If I again click it, it is disappeared, boom. So something is happening, and you can see no page is reloaded, which means it is not backend. And if I click for the filter, you can see this entire div is opening. If I click for again, it is get hide. And also if click for this grid, you can see the page is not reloaded, but you can see that it will opens me and clear window, right? And also you can see we have the comment section, like section, we can able to scroll it, and so much of things is available here. and here you can see the X mark, right? If I click this, it is get disappear. So what is exactly is doing here? I'm making interaction, right? By using HTML and CSS, we are not able to do that. That is only meant for creating a neat user interface, not for interaction. Okay, so I'm making some interaction, but that is not built by CSS, and also it is not something that associated with backend. So then it is going to be something that is associated with front end, but it is not HTML and CSS. Then the answer is obviously JavaScript. So what is JavaScript is meant for? It is makes the website dynamic, and it is built for the user interaction. What about the interaction? Right now we are clicking it, double clicking it, making it, whatever you are doing, whatever the action you are giving, the simple actions, the making dynamic, everything is taken by the JavaScript. So simply we can say HTML and CSS is like a dead website, like it is able to produce an static website, we can able to see only. But if it is JavaScript, we can able to see, we can able to do some interaction, we can able to do as much as I can, like, right? So we mostly avoid this backend to every time if I click a button, the pages get reloaded. It is pretty annoying, right? So by using JavaScript, we can able to do that. So this makes our website more speeder and more interactive. Okay, so that is what JavaScript is meant for. Let us come to the next part. Is that JavaScript it is just used to change the build for drop down and clicking something. It's that actually when it was introduced, it is a scripting language. What is meant by scripting language means is something that need to speak with the browser. For example, we have a browser. The browser is so much. We have Chrome. We have right now I'm using Chrome, and I have also Firefoxes I have. And also if you are using Mac, you have Safari, and if you are using something other, you have so much of things, right? We have Brave, and like that, so much of browser is there, right? So JavaScript, how it is actually working means JavaScript speaks with this browser. Hey browser, whatever you are, I'm not care. Hey browser, if someone clicks the button, you need to give some additional HTMLs, you need to give some additional CSS, like that. If I click a button, it just the browser get understand and it will produce that, right? Simple example, JavaScript is used to manipulate this HTML and CSS. You can able to manipulate this entire thing. For example, dark mode, light mode, right? You are creating it, right? So how you are creating it? So we are creating it by using JavaScript. If I click a button, the background is changed to black. If I click again that button, the background is changed to light. So the browser is understanding the word that we are telling to it. JavaScript, I'm speaking with the browser that, hey, if someone clicks the button, change the CSS property background color to black, and also the font color to like the color to white, like that. Like we made some customization. So the browser is understanding and it is making the changes, right? So here comes another question. JavaScript, what is meant by JavaScript? So at last is going to be a file, like how you are creating HTML and CSS. JavaScript is also going to be a file, right? We written with some of the English word, like we say let, was, so much of things, right? So we created with that. There's some basic syntax, right? So we created with it. How the browser is understanding this English, because browser is not understand the language that we are writing. Browser will understand only ones and zeros, right? So this is what when we are in basic, we know about the computer. You hear the word like computers only understand zeros and ones. That is going to be the machine code. Yes, of course, this is going to be the low level code, low level machine code. Like how the English, whatever we are writing, hey, if someone clicks this, you need to do something. I'm writing in English, like how it is understanding it, how the browser is understanding it. So here comes the thing called JS engine. Yes, you heard the word correct, JavaScript engine. So every browser has separate JavaScript engine. What is meant by separate JavaScript engine? Chrome has separate JavaScript engine. Firefox has separate JavaScript engine. Safari has separate. Brave, whatever the browsers out there, they have separate JavaScript engines. So what is the work of this JavaScript engine? It's like a translator. It will convert our code, and some process is happening inside that engine, and it will convert the code to that the browser is understanding to zeros and ones. It converts to a bytecode, that is a low level programming language. Converts whatever we are writing here, it just converted and the browser is understanding, right? So who created this engine? I say like every browser has different engines. So which means every browser's developer, the Chrome developers created the JavaScript engine, the Mozilla Firefox developer created the JavaScript engine, Safari developer their JavaScript engine. Like that, each developers community separate their own JavaScript engine, right? So this is what happening. So that's why, so the browsers understand the importance of JavaScript. That's why JavaScript is the language of web. Okay, so everything is written in JavaScript. 98% of the entire website that we are working in everything, even the Visual Studio Code, we are working with the code editor, right? That is also something that returns in JavaScript. Okay, so I just say, okay, so this is what happening. So we have a JavaScript file and the browser has JS engine, they convert it and the browser will understand it. So we are writing some native code and it convert to 0 to 1s and we are able to look onto it, right? So it is understanding. But how? So here is a problem. Main problem is that, what is the problem behind this? I have only one file, I write only one file, because I have only one HTML file, I have only one CSS file. Likewise, I'm going to have only one JavaScript file. So this is going to be the structure of my website, this is going to be my design, like layout of my website, and this is going to be the interaction. If someone clicks that, if someone double clicks that, if someone mouse over it, if someone key press it, like that, whatever the interaction we are making, JavaScript is responsible for that. So we're going to have only one JavaScript. So you hear the word when you are learning CSS, you give multiple fonts, right? So you give multiple font family, right? So why in CSS we are giving multiple font family? Because some browsers not have this default, like we have Arial, serif, like that we have, means some browsers don't have this fonts. So then what happened, it automatically fall back to another font, and this font is taken by the browsers. Okay, so in Google has this Arial font, it will be displayed. If Firefox don't have this Arial font, then what going to be, our website is not going to display in Arial, but it is going to be displayed something in serif or sans serif, whatever the fallback font, it is going to be displayed like that, right? So this is what going to happen. So why it is happening? Because the browsers are different, right? The browsers are different and they have different font downloads is there, different font specific is there, they are different, right? The same like that, just imagine JavaScript is going to be only one single file, but the engines are different, the guides are different, right? So for Chrome we have separate engine that is named as V8. For Firefox we have separate engine that is called as SpiderMonkey, and for Safari we have separate engine that is called as Nitro. Like that, we have separate engine. Just think about it. I'm giving a file to you and I'm giving the same file to 3%. So even though I give the same file, all the 3% makes some slight difference, right? So if you are reading, if someone knows English very well, so he can able to read very easily. If some at the second person, he's right now only learning English, so he is not able to read as much as possible, so he is taking some time and he's make some mistakes while just translating that, and I'm giving to third person, he is nothing, he's even know what is mean by English, so how he can do it? No, right? So same like this, I have only one JavaScript file, but the engines are different. Then what is going to be a problem? This JavaScript is going to be the interaction in Google. Some interaction will happen, some interaction won't happen. In Mozilla Firefox, some happens, some not happen. For example, 100% in, if I'm using the Google Chrome as my default browser while I am developing an application, so then I'm going to check, okay, so it is working or not. So 100% whatever the code I'm writing, so it is going to be my default browser, so it is going to be work. But in Mozilla Firefox, some of the functions, some of the syntax, it is not understand by this Mozilla Firefox. Then what is going to happen? So it is going to run only 90%, some 10% of the code is going to not going to work in Firefox engine, right? In Safari it is going to be like that, it may be increase, may decrease, but some difference is going to happen, right? So this is the problem that faced when 1995 JavaScript has been introduced. So to resolve this problem, there is something called as ECMAScript. You hear the word if you sure you know about JavaScript. So what is this ECMAScript? Is the ECMAScript is nothing but it is the governing body of JavaScript. So which means like it is frames the rules and regulations for JavaScript, how it should work in the browser. Okay, so how whatever the browser you are coming, okay, so that is not a problem, but the engine should translate the JavaScript exactly how this ECMAScript rules is framed. So the simple terms, ECMAScript tells the browser or the developers that how JavaScript should work in your browser. So here we have the rules and regulation. Okay, so here we have the rules and regulation, and all the browsers are accepting this ECMAScript standard. So that's why every developers, it is going to be Google, it is going to be Firefox, it is going to be Nitro, they are accepting these rules. So they are, even though they are creating different engine, they are accepting the rules, so they're going to exactly perform same. We can say 99.9%, we can say 99.8%, like that it will be going to run exactly the same. Some syntax is very minor syntax. Okay, so like that is what is going to happen. Okay, so we can able to change according to the browsers in that cases. Okay, so when it's the ECMAScript is there, so everything the JavaScript engines are going to build based on this standard. So JavaScript is going to perform perfectly in all the browsers. So that is why we don't want to care about how many JavaScript and how it is going to work with the other browsers and all. We don't care about it, we just create it and it is going to be work exactly the same. Okay, so this is how the standard work. And if you go for W3 School or any other reference, you can see like something called as ES6. What is this? This is nothing but ECMAScript 6th version. So like how the your phone is getting updated, same like this ECMAScript rules are sometimes getting updated. So this developers teams during this update, what they will do, they will update their engine to understand those syntax, and the engines also get updated. So based on to perform JavaScript in our browser, just think about that. Enter browser, enter Google, enter Mozilla Firefox, they are changing the JavaScript engine to accept that how it is working. Now you can understand why JavaScript is engine, because you can see the process how it is working, right? So to run a single file, how so much of things that we need to do, right? So that is what, because it is very important. We are in the world of speed, right? So I want to mention a quote here, like speed is going to be the god, right? Time is going to be the debt. So the person who architect the Silicon Valley tell this quote, right? Same like that. So we are in the world of speed, and JavaScript is going to be the language for web. So it is an unreplaceable in the front end. So when it comes to interactive, so that is what we need to do those things. So ES6 is nothing but it is the last updated version, not a last updated version. Most of the updation happened in this process. So this is called as modern JavaScript. Okay, and you can see some of modern JavaScript, they introduce some of the features, some of the syntactic sugar has been they listed out what are the updation we have done. But most of the browsers like the Google, Safari, Nitro, they will accept it. But the browsers like Internet Explorer, Edge, you can go and see it in W3 School, they will mention like this functionality is not work in Internet Explorer. So the reason for this is because they are not updated. So who the person, the browser, they are in the business, they are not updating their engines according to the JavaScript standards, they are going to be out of thing. That is why the Internet Explorer or whatever the browser that is not updating towards the JavaScript, they are not in the game of browser, right? So that is what happening, that is what's happening. Okay, so this is all about it. Okay, so getting to the summarize, JavaScript is not a programming language, it is called as a client-side scripting language. And we have ECMAScript, that is going to be the governing body, and it speak with the browser, and we can able to change and manipulate the HTML and CSS. Okay, how can I learn JavaScript? Learning JavaScript is going to be very simple when this purpose is clear. Okay, so the purpose is to manipulate the HTML and CSS. We have something called as DOM. So we need to learn the basic syntax, like how JavaScript works, what is the syntax of JavaScript. Like that, we need to understand the basic syntax, and you need to learn something called as DOM. So DOM is nothing but it is just like a small portion, like we have some minimum methods and all. So by using this, like in CSS, you have properties like that, right? So background property red, and font property, font is going to change to font family is changed to Arial, color is going to blue, like that you have, right? Same like this in DOM, we have some of the property and some of the method. What it will do, it is responsible for changing this HTML and CSS, and by using using JavaScript, we can able to access it, right? So that is what it is going to happen. So this is what you need to do. Okay, so this is all about JavaScript. Is that JavaScript is that is why it is so big? The answer is no. When JavaScript was introduced, it is only came for the front end. Yes, of course, it is only came for the front end. So then what happened? There are so much of new version, like people like it, some like huge people don't like it, some people like it, and so much of updation has happened, and so much of frameworks has been introduced. I think you heard about the jQuery and Bootstrap. So they have been introduced for front end to resolve some solution to make some quick code. So then this all get older. Now we have something called as React, Angular, and Vue. So the React is developed by the Facebook team, Angular is developed by Google team. Just think about the top tech companies focusing on creating JavaScript framework. Then now you can understand like how it is going to be important for you, right? So Angular was first introduced, but it is so complex. Then React was introduced, it get rid of all the complex, and now you go for the jobs. React is going to be the top #1 position in job openings. All the startup, all the midterm companies, they are looking for React JS developer. So if you know about learn JavaScript and how to manipulate the basic HTML and CSS, if you want to learn something, go for React. That is going to be helpful for your future. Okay, and we have Vue. Vue.js is nothing but it is a combination of React and Angular, but it is not supported by Google or Facebook. It is a developer community who is supporting that. Okay, so it is also a second, and React is going to be the first. Okay, so front end, it has a strong foundation, right? It has a strong foundation, nothing going to replace. Okay, so it is going to be 2021, 2050, nothing going to replace until some revolution happen. Okay, so JavaScript is going to be that perfect. So right now only Python is adding, but JavaScript is still using front end JavaScript. Okay, so then what happened after this front end happened? We have this back end. Yes, of course, JavaScript. Right now we can able to use JavaScript in backend also. So the person named Ryan Dahl, so what he did, he created, he just think about it. Okay, so JavaScript is so good, so fast compared to other programming languages, PHP or other things. It is so fast, so quick, and they will understand that. So what he did, he using the language C++, and he taken the browser's engine, which is V8. So V8 engine is the browser engine of Google Chrome. Like he take that and he wrapped it with JavaScript, and he introduced something called as Node.js. So what is this? What is this means? It is a runtime environment for JavaScript. So just understand right now, don't confuse. Like Node.js is like exactly like this same JavaScript. By using Node.js, we can able to do the backend activities. Like I say now, like we have the server, we need a programming language, and we need a database. So this programming language, we don't want to learn any special programming language. If you learn it for front-end JavaScript, you need to add some extra things for the backend, and you can use Node.js for your backend. So now it speaks with the database, and also it speaks with the server. Perfect. That's it. That's it. That's it. You can able to do it, right? So now if you learn JS, you can able to create front end and you can able to create back end. So something called as full stack, one language that entire web development you can able to do by using this JavaScript. So the person who is doing the front end and back end, it's going to be a full stack developer, and full stack is just like a layer. Whatever the technology you are using, it is combined. For example, you have Merin stack, mean stack, mu stack, like that, so much of things. What is mean by this? Nothing but they are the combination of these technologies: React, Node, we have the MongoDB as database, like that. They will just join that. Okay, so that is what happened, and that's it. It's only for development? No, it is not stopped there. Right now you heard about the word metaverse, speaking about, a lot of people is speaking about that VR, AR. Exactly, that you can able to do with JavaScript. There are so much of library to support JavaScript in the augmented reality and virtual reality world. You can able to do it, and also you can use this to Web3. I don't want to talk about Web3 right now, because you can see that recessions, like so much of fallings has happened in the Web3. So but if it is okay, like we can able to use JavaScript in Web3 also, no problem. And also you can use JavaScript in robotics, not that much huge, but you can able to do it. And also you can use something called as ML, like you are using some huge portions that is there, and you can use JavaScript in that too. But the main reason here, and we can also take VR or AR also, but the main reason, when you want to master all the things. It is not you need to master this one programming language. It takes around 2 years, right? So but the only thing, if you want a job, you just want to master a piece of JavaScript, that is this front end. And if you have time, if you want to become a full stack developer, then master Node.js. It is very simple, right? So one programming language, don't want to focus on any other things, you just master these things. And JavaScript for these things is very easy. For front end is going to be very very easy. You can learn it exactly same what I did. You need to learn the basic syntax, plus you need to learn the DOM operation. That's it. If you learn it, that you are done. And you go and you can learn the framework, and you can go for the some other things. For backend, you can go for Node.js. Like that, you can extend your ideology of JavaScript. Likewise, you can just work with that. Okay. Okay, so this is what exactly about JavaScript. So the whole idea about this 30 minutes, like 40 minutes, is all about you need to have a clear vision of where JavaScript is using. For front end, it is very easy, guys. For if you want to learn something apart from front end, then only it is going to be tough for you, and you need to feel. For front end, it is going to be very easy. You can learn it very simple. Okay, so if you have any doubts, you can ask in the comment section. Okay, so and I just want to tell and one more thing, like I just this is not like everything is learned. I know about JavaScript, no. Okay, so we have a dedicated 1 hour live class every week. Like the last week I take, not last week, the day before week, I take JavaScript beginner to advanced level, and the upcoming week I'm going to take about the JavaScript advanced to mastery level. Like that, we have some of the workshop in our channel. You can look into it if you want to further move on to JavaScript to improve your skills inside the JavaScript. You can use it. Okay, so that's all for JavaScript today. You can, any doubt you can ask it. And some of most important announcement is going to be there, so I just want to hand over the session to my founder, like Navid Biswas sir, to take over this session. Okay, so please wait, guys. And also
Thank you, Hari. Thank you, awesome, to take such an awesome and energetic session. So thank you both of you, and you did an awesome job again. And so hope you're able to see me. Okay. So I want to just conclude this with one thing. See, most of the things are available on our YouTube channel for free. We teach in 3 ways. Okay, one is like totally free, which is from YouTube. You can come, and every month we have like CSS, JavaScript, and the React.js classes. Okay, a 4-day classes are there. So every week, let me also show that thing. Okay, so if you go to our channel, like go and search for the web dev, like one word you can search, and this one will come. You go here, and you can see that almost every month we are going to do these things. See, React.js, I've just recently taken React.js, and we do projects also. Someone of you was asking about projects. Yeah, we do projects also a lot. And then JavaScript, this JavaScript was taken by Hari, so JavaScript was taken, and we do projects. See, this front-end mentor is a project. So then this JavaScript projects and all these things, and all these things we take. And we took recently a very good clone project also. Where is that? Okay, yeah, clone project in React.js. All these things we do, you can learn it from our channel. We'll be very happy. And there are a lot of people who had become actually developer by watching just our channel, nothing else. But beside this, we have like not one but two other tracks are there. Okay, two other tracks are there. One of the track is like we have is like we have a premiere course, which is like completely recorded, which is different from our channel, which is different from our this your YouTube channel, and it is on a different platform. So it is like this: we have all the courses, but it is all recorded. Okay, and it is generally given for 1,999. It is generally for 2,000, and it has got everything. And the recording is much more better in these things. Again, you'll again get all the path and all those things. JavaScript has been taught, CSS has been taught, CSS projects is there, async JavaScript is there, everything at one group. JavaScript project, React.js course, weekly coaching. Well, I'll come back to that. And even we keep on adding something in that React.js mini bootcamp, and we have recently added a TypeScript guide also to there. Okay, so we are soon going to add some advanced JavaScript also to that. We keep on adding something. Okay, so that is there, and the major thing here is not all these things. Okay, this is there, and you will say, okay, how it is different from Udemy. Udemy has also all these recorded courses. How it is different from that? So it is different from it in a way that thank you, it is different from it and in a way, and yeah, Hari is really good. If you want to see more, you can go to our channel and see this sees complete JavaScript playlist like this 1 2 3 4. It took for 4 days, and again on Monday he is going to start. Okay, again on Monday he's going to start. Please do see that. Okay, so let me come back, and so this weekly coaching vault we have is this weekly coaching vault, in which what happens, uh, and all the recordings are not available to everyone. These recordings are everything is done on Zoom. So these things is mainly done on Zoom. So we have weekly coaching call, which is a live weekly coaching call, which happens on Wednesday 8:30 p.m. for all the paid student for this recorded class, and we solve all the doubt, including the career doubt. See, actually these are a bit old. We again started in September 2022. Introduction and steps to become web developer. Introduction and steps to become web developer. LinkedIn optimizations to get a job. So all these things we generally have all these things. Okay, every Wednesday at 8:30 p.m. and a lot of people join, like 10 15 people joins, and like we have more than that in the course. And as I told, this is the system, and it is for 2000 rupees. But special Diwali offer is going on for the next 4 days. For the next 4 days, a special Diwali offer is going on, and that is like this 1,999 has gone from here, and it is only for 199 plus some GST. Like it will come to around 250. Okay, so see, this is 199 only for 200 rupees. We're giving you all these things. Even Udemy doesn't give all these things. Even Udemy, you will hardly get like one course. I'm giving you 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 courses, 9 courses for 199 only for the next 4 days, because this Diwali is going on and we have to give something on Diwali. And as it is mentioned here, you'll be included in a private groups, and you have access to a weekly live inner circle call. In fact, you get access to one more thing. um, you get access to this also. We have our private Discord also. We have a private Discord channel also, in which, okay, why it is not opening. Okay, so we have our private Discord channel also, in which you'll get access, and so this you will get access and all the things. We are going to help you more. We are going to help you more if some internship is there, if you're going to complete whatever things. So we have this private Discord channel also for all the paid members. As I've told, we're giving very heavy discount because of the Diwali. We sell it for 2000 rupees. Okay, now we're only giving it for 200 rupees because it's Diwali. We want to give everybody some gift. Okay, so that is there. And if you are really means only this is for 4 days and everybody is taking like this, please grab this offer. And 200 rupees is hardly, you cannot even buy a good pizza in 200 rupees. Okay, so we are giving this in a place of pizza. If you think that it is not like good, you can ask for a refund also. But 200 rupees, like it is like nothing. Like 200 rupees is a pizza. You cannot also buy a pizza for 200 rupees. Okay, so this is there. If anyone is interested, they can go and buy it. Okay, so this is there. And hope you all like it. Hope you all liked what we have done. Please do subscribe. I hope you all subscribed it, because I have given the second attendance form also. Hope you all fill the second attendance form. And in the as I have told, it is mandatory to subscribe. Okay, so please subscribe, and please follow me on Instagram also. So that is also mandatory. Okay, so that is there. And with this, I'm going to end this stream. And everybody, please let us know if you want some help. Most of you might be there on the WhatsApp group also. Oh, one more thing I'll do. If someone is not there in the WhatsApp group, then what? One sec. Then I will invite them to the group. Okay, so if you want to know whatever is happening, because we have a lot of things happening. Okay, all the time we have a lot of things happening. So please come to this WhatsApp group. You'll learn all the things. But whatever the next day the classes is going to happen, from Monday again the classes will start. So what classes will start and all those things you're going to learn. Okay, so with this I'm going to end the stream. Thank you all.